Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to SAFC Fan TV. Today, Sunderland welcome second bottom place Rochdale to the Stadium Light for 3 p.m. kickoff. And joining me to watch the game in the top right there is Dino Elgar. Dino, I normally give you a bit of an introduction, but I'm just going to say Dino. But how are you today, Dino?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Just looking forward to the game, really.
You gave us a little bit of a heart attack there, running off to get a drink about 5 seconds before going live. Have you got your drink?
Have, mate. It's half drunk already. I left it last night, so I just need some hydration, some sugar. Some sugar in it.
A bit of a change from the pink monster at the very least.
Yeah.
Of course. And on the bottom there he is, Michael Bowers. Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Do you think that Dino just ran out of pink monster because he spilled it all over his bed and that's why he had to make it again? And then he's got the pencil to get him through the game.
Have you made it, Dino?
Oh, has it been made now, is it?
Well done.
Well, hey, we're actually getting somewhere.
Very well done, Dino. Massive congratulations.
Just to let you know, guys, I didn't make it. I don't know who made it, but I didn't make it.
It'll have been that Hulk Hogan lookalike who you live with, Dino.
Probably, yeah.
Probably was, mate. I popped out. I came back.
He probably made the bed then. He probably made the bed then farted in Dino's face as he left the room.
It went, yeah, brother.
Moving swiftly on, of course, as always, we are live. So if you want to get your comments in on the live chat, we'll give you a little shout out. We know if you got anything you want to say, if you want to tell us whereabouts you're watching it from, whether that be in the UK or around the world, or if you just want to have a go at us, that's what it's there for. Already on there, of course, Frank, your timer 3, joins in for every game. Highlights. Hope you're okay. Hope you're okay too, Frank. Chris Lawson, Sky Sports, have surely got the positions wrong. Or 4-2-2 with Jones and McGuire sitting in front of the defence. Surely not. We can go through the formation, of course, and we do read out the team. Michael Fish is 4-2-2. Chris Law again is surely not playing max power in defence rather than 09. Michael Fish and Chris Law having a bit of a debate there. Keith Lupton says good day from Western Australia. Thank you for tuning in, Keith. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Ziploc 9000, hello to you as well as Ian SAFC joining us as well as he always does. SAFC Fan TV on the live chat. I presume that's for this OMG. Dino has made his bed. Yes, it is. We're all just as shocked as each other, really. It's Monday Grace. It's afternoon, lads. 3-1 Sunderland win. Right, we're going to quickly read out. Dino, do you want to quickly read out Rochdale's team?
Yeah.
We'll read out ours out after. Rochdale's
team looks like its lineup is a 3-5-1. Mind you, I might butcher some of these names for some of these. 3-5-1. No, wait there. A 4-5-1.
I was going to say, hang on, that means they've only got 9 outfield players, Dino.
Yeah. 4-5-1. So I need to put my glasses on. I apologise. I might butcher some of these names. No, I don't actually, but I might need them. I'm getting old now. Jack. My eyes are starting to go. But
not as old as Philly.
Yeah, never be as old as Philly. These names are quite hard to pronounce, so bear with us. In goal, I've got Bazanu. Number 13 at left back is Keo Han. At number 5, I believe that's Paul McShane, ex-Sunderland player. At number 3 at centre back is Osho. And at right back is, I think it's Conor McLaughlin's brother. I think it might be Ryan McLaughlin, but I'm not 100% sure. On left midfield, they have Grant. In the centre, they have number 8, Morley. Number 6, O'Connelly. And number 19, Sean Nessie. I think he's on loan from Leeds, I'm positive he's on loan from Leeds. And on the right, they have Barr. And up front on his own is Humphreys.
Yes, just to quickly touch on Rochdale before we get into our own side. Obviously, I did the opposition fan preview. For anyone who didn't see it, Stephen Humphreys is meant to be a fairly decent striker for them. Apparently, he's been struggling to get close to the goal in recent weeks. But apparently, he is a decent presence up there when he can be. As well as Quado Barr, number 22, who either plays in the winger up front. I believe he's only 18. Attracted interest from Man City in the past. The deal didn't quite go through, but he's meant to be a real challenging player to play against. And of course, Sunderland line up like this. In goal, number 1, Lee Burge. Number 6, the captain, Max Power. Number 9, Charlie White. Number 10, Aidan O'Brien. Number 13, Luke O'Nine. Number 16, Dion Sanderson. Number 25, Callum McFadzean. Number 26, Carl Winchester. Number 27, Jordan Jones. Number 28, Aidan McGeady. And number 35, making, I believe, his league debut today, is Oliver Younger. Substitute, of course, number 20, Dino's best mate, Aaron Matthews. Number 7, the man who a lot of people are saying should have been starting today, Chris McGuire. Number 14, Josh Scowen. Number 21, Jack Diamond. Number 24, Dan Neil. Number 30, Jake Voters. Number 42, Josh Hawkes. Obviously, we were talking a little bit before we went on air. Peter being put in the live chat about formations. Michael, we're going to go to you first. What formation do you think we're going to kind of roll with? There's a lot of debate being on it recently.
I think a lot of it obviously, well, we always have a lot of different news platforms that say different formations all the time. So for me, if I had to guess, I would say it's a 4-2-3-1. I think it looks like it could be Power or 9 at right back, with Ollie Younger, Dion Sanderson in the centre, and then McFadzean at left back, and then the other one of Power 09 in midfield with Winchester, and then probably Jones, McGeady, and who was the other one again?
O'Brien,
that's it, yeah, and behind Charlie Wyke. But on the other hand, if it's a 4-2-2-2, that also probably wouldn't surprise me because O'Brien's done quite well as up front as part of the 2 with Wyke. So I don't know. But one thing we know about Lee Johnson, he likes to be unpredictable with his team selections. He's not afraid to change formations and systems. So as long as he gets the 3 points today, I don't particularly care, to be honest. We've just got to we know that we can win today, but we've just got to put the application in for it.
Yeah, well, Michael, you've pretty much took every single word out of my mouth, really. You said everything I was going to say.
You're welcome.
More or less. I think it'll be a 4-2-3-1 myself, but I would probably say Power and Winchester sitting, or 9 at right back, Younger and Sanderson is the central defensive partnership. McFadzean, unfortunately, at left back, and then that same 3 in behind White. But as you say, it could be very easily be a 4-2-2. It could even be a 4-4-2, just a flat 4-4-2. And Thin SAFC says 3-4-3 for me. That'd be interesting if it was that. I mean, of course, it's a formation we've been rolling with recently. You never know. You might not want to change it. Michael Fish saying you could be right, Thin. Ken Walton, good afternoon from Cornwall to you. Sue Pierce says hi, Conrad. Dan Swales, hello to you, tuning in from Thailand. He's Sunderland going to win 3-0. I need to give my prediction, actually. I didn't give it on the preview, which I normally do. Keisha Cameron, Jude Hart to you says it's Conor McLaughlin's brother. Thin says it's Conor's brother. Everyone's saying it's Conor McLaughlin's brother, so it must be. Hopefully, he's not as good as Conor McLaughlin has been in recent games at the very least. Tyler Metcalf, hi to you as well. Dino, the formation then. How do you see it?
Well, I got a little bit of an echo there. I always refer to live scores normally, but Terry says that's just a man with an app. Anyone can be a man with an app. So I always go onto the Sunderland actual website, and on there it's a 4-4-2. It's got Luke O'Nien at centre mid with Winchester. It's got Max Power at right back, O'Brien up front. So, and I've looked on live scores, and it's exactly the same. So, unless they try to put the opposition up by saying we're playing a 4-4-2 and then when we go to start we're playing a totally different formation, I don't know. But to me, on the Sunderland website it says 4-4-2, Luke O'Nien in the centre, we've got Younger with Sanderson at centre back. So that's what I'm going to guess. But we'll soon find out when find out when they line up to kick off what formation it is.
Well, 12-year-old Charlie on Twitter told me it's 4-2-3-1, so that's what I'm going to roll with. Lads, a player who's been named on the bench today, Chris McGuire. Obviously, he swung the ball in for Wyke's header, got the assist in our last game, as well as that fantastic volley that rescued a point away to Alexandria. He actually got assist in the game before that as well against Burton Albion, putting a cross from the corner for Max Power's header. That's 2 assists and 3 goals in 3 last appearances, which have all been off the bench. Michael, should he have came in for you today in the starting 11, or are you still placing him on the bench?
I think when it comes to McGuire, I think we had this debate in midweek, didn't we? I think that McGuire is someone who's definitely can be a really good impact player off the bench. I think I probably would have started him today, but and so I'm going to contradict what I said there, just because I felt Jordan Jones on Tuesday. I don't know, but apparently the consensus was that he didn't really do very much, but then again, neither did most of the team. But at the same time, I'm not surprised he didn't start because he scored a worldie at Crewe, got an assist against Fleetwood, and then obviously got another assist again and got the match-winning assist against Swindon. But ultimately, across the 90 minutes, I need to see a lot more from McGuire because I know he can do a lot more. I've seen him do a lot more. So I'm hoping that Lee Johnson's just kind of giving him tasters of getting back into the side. And then once we start to see what he's capable of consistently, then put him into the team. But there you go. But it's good to see that we at least have McGuire and the likes of Diamond to come off the bench. At least we've got options going forward anyway.
Yeah, I mean, something I think myself is that actually sometimes Chris McGuire can be more effective coming off the bench than he can be starting. I actually think in a way he might offer you more by coming off the bench for the last 20, 30 minutes in tight games than if you start him, especially starting a week in, week out. Of course, he's never just a super sub. I definitely think he's got a right to start in some games. But Dino, would you have brought him in today? Dino, he needs to put a coat on. I think he's frozen. We might hear from him in about 5 minutes.
That is a scary picture that's frozen on, by the way, on my end.
It is. It's better than mine that you screenshotted and thought you'd put on Twitter a few weeks ago, Michael.
Oh yeah, of course. That's just the king of. Well, see, by the way, just quickly, while you're talking on there, on the stream it's got the formation up on the SAFC stream, and according to this, yes, it looks like Danny Collins right, Younger at right back, Sanderson at 09 centre half, and McFadden at left back. So I don't know if it's on yours yet, Jack, if you've got the stream on yet, but that's what it's. Well, it's obviously on Danny Collins now, but that's what it came up with on my end. Yes. So I would guess that's the for me. It's for what I mean. I know I'm probably going to freeze later on in the game, but for once, it's not me doing it first.
Dino,
did you need to make? Did you desperately need to make your bed that badly? Was that why you went off?
It's made, man.
The internet. It's the internet, man. I'm getting your internet signal from Bolden. I think this is ridiculous.
Michael's internet.
Oh, don't you worry. It'll happen to me later on. I'm convinced.
Oh, Michael's internet's been all right recently.
I've got it now.
Go on, you're exactly, Dino. My internet is impeccable as always. As David Mack on the live chat says, Mansfield Mackham's got a very nice letter from KLD. Nice to feel appreciated. Yeah, it was a nice letter to receive. Anthrovers asks, Dino, where's the Hulk?
Next door. But he'll be watching his bets, watching the scores coming, hoping to win some money.
Will he be watching Terry as well as he normally does, the traitor?
He flicks backwards and forwards.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do, to be honest. Richie Stubbs says he's got a funny feeling about the day. He thinks they're going to smash it. He is watching the game. Just keep the great work, lads. Yeah, credit to all the fans. Thank you for your kind words, Richie. And yeah, I've got a good feeling about the day. I am very optimistic. And I think, Dino, I was going to ask you on Chris McGuire, actually, but yeah, you froze. But you seem to have warmed up a little bit. Dino, do you think Chris McGuire should have came in the start 11 today?
Don't get us wrong. He has got a good case to come in. But 2 assists or 3 assists and 1 goal in the season's been going on how many games? 26, 27 games right now?
So this is our 32nd league game now. So more.
Well, this is off. If this is our 32nd league game and he's got so many goals, whatever it is, he's got like 3 goals or something, and 2 of them were penalties, 1 screamer, and a couple of assists. Is that really good enough to warrant a start? I mean. Not for me. I mean,
his recent form is why people think he's in the last 3 games come off the bench and made an impact in every game. I think that's why people want to think about him.
But that's the thing; he's getting brought off the bench. That's a good sign. You've got an impact player. Come on, you might start him and he might do nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like maybe he might just be best coming off the bench and he can change a game. Maybe because we've known him when he starts games. Sometimes he just goes absolute missing. So for me,
the thing is as well, coming up as well, you're going to have a lot of games. So he's going to probably be starting some of them. We're going to be having a lot of midweek games for down the end of the season, aren't we?
Yeah, don't get us wrong. If he keeps coming off the bench, then yeah, you've got to start him. As simple as that. If he keeps changing games, yeah, of course, you've got to stick with him there at some point. But right now, I still don't believe what he's done throughout the season. He deserves a start because he hasn't been good enough nowhere near compared to the last 2 seasons we've had him. So he needs to prove himself again. Like you say, he's got to prove himself to Lee Johnson. That's why Lee Johnson's not picking him, because he's not proving himself to Lee Johnson.
I mean, I've always thought that Johnson just hasn't quite fancied McGuire. I don't think he's his type of player, maybe. And that's why he wasn't even really getting many minutes off the bench until recent weeks. And of course, he is making an impact in every game. But would I have brought him in today? I'm not entirely. I wouldn't have been opposed to the idea at all. But like I say, I think something that I just touched on before, and I think you were kind of getting out of there, Dean, was like, he can, maybe he's actually better just coming off the bench and he can provide that more significant impact as someone coming on for the last 20 to 30 minutes in a tight game, as opposed to someone who's starting the entire game and you've got the pressure on you. Another player, of course, we're going to talk about very quickly, making his league debut today, Ollie Younger. I've been quite keen to see him get some minutes in recent weeks. I know he came back from injury not too long ago. Do you know how confident are you that Younger's going to impress us today?
Well, it's a good game to start. It's not against a high-level opposition. It's someone who's in the relegation zone. It's going to be a test for him, but it's not like he's coming up against the best striker who's at Peterborough or like the Peterborough forward line. He's coming up against a team what's very low in confidence, who are scrapping for their lives. So it should be a nice game for him to settle in. He's got Dion Sanderson next to him, who's like everyone says, he's been a class above. He's a really good player. You've got Max Power in there to help him along because he's the captain. You've got Luke O'Nien to get back and help him out. So, yeah, it's a nice game for him just to fit into. Let's see what he's got. I mean, he's played in a couple of Checker Trade Trophy games. He's looked okay. I know. I think he got injured on one of the games when he was playing. So, yeah, hopefully this is a bright centre-back we can look forward to.
Yeah, Michael, we've had to reshuffle the defence around however many times. We've had to put players who would never normally play in most positions in recent weeks. I think it's just a sign of how the seasons went, really. But Oliver Younger coming in today, do you think that's a good decision at the very least to give him a try?
I would like to think that, well, like I've said constantly, Ipswich getting beat 3-1 apparently. Well, that's good for us, but we need to take advantage of our game. Doesn't mean anything if we don't win.
Yep,
but thanks for telling us, Leon. But no, the point about Younger is, well, I'm looking at it. He's up against Stephen Humphreys today, who I'm sure a few times I've seen some of the, and I'll just quickly say, plug me research. I tried to do research on who was top goal scorers and all that for Rochdale, and Stephen Humphreys has got 6 league goals, which obviously, granted, isn't much, but he's from what I can remember, he scored some pretty good goals for Rochdale this season. So it's going to be interesting to see how he comes up against him. But as far as Ollie Younger's concerned, and I've mentioned it all the time, if these players don't make it for us while we're at this point in our history, then they're probably not, unless something miraculous happens, they're not going to make a career here. Why not start now? If you're going to, and again, we're going to have to start using some of these players with the injuries we've got, with the amount of games we've got coming up, the amount of important games we've got coming up. Why not? Hopefully today he'll be buzzing to get a start, and it's down to him whether he takes the opportunity presented to him or not. Hopefully he does.
Yes. Well, quickly on the live chat, Tyler Metcalf says he thinks it looks like a strong team. Salman Ali thinks we should support Man City. No, we're more than happy to support Sunderland. Of course, Tony Crawford says, all right, guys, keep the good work. 3-1 SAFC. Thank you for that, mate. Hopefully it's a win regardless. Jack Ludlow, are you in your Wonderland today, as the song goes? I cannot really remember the exact words, but I know it's something along those lines. Chris Law says, well done, Salman, for stating the obvious. Obviously, in reference to him, saying we should be supporting City, apparently. Jack Ludlow saying, can I have my song, lads? If CONRAD was here, maybe we would, but I think CONRAD is the only real one who's got the ability to do it, really. One more player who I just want to mention, really. We can't really get away from it, of course. Callum McFadden coming in the team again at left back, while Jake Vokins is on the bench. A player who I've been calling, I think he could offer us more than McFadden. He might not be the best defensively, but at the very least, he can offer you something going forward. He isn't in the squad to Dylan and Gooch. I think he's actually out with an injury at the moment, I've heard. But at the very least, I think Jake Vokins could deserve another shot, given that he's been here a little while. He might have had time to settle in to the squad and settle into Lee Johnson. He might be, give us a much better performance now. Michael, I'll go to you first.
Well, when it comes down to Vokins, I've said that I didn't watch the Shrewsbury game, but apparently the Shrewsbury defeat, he was terrible. I did see the goals. I think he was at fault for Shrewsbury's second. Against MK Dons in the league with the 2-2, he struggled a bit at first, but maybe grew into it a bit more as it went on. I thought against Burton, which was the other game he played, I thought he played all right. I know that obviously the Burton's winger, Smith, I think it is, their number 11. Obviously, he cut inside a few times, but I think in general, Vokins showed enough of him out wide to stop a really dangerous cross coming in. And ultimately, we dealt with it. So I think as that game went on, I think Vokins did pretty well. Mike Fadzian, on how he does today, will depend on how Rochdale's set up. If Rochdale go for it, and which obviously could work in our favour because we've got the players to exploit them going forward, I'd like to think. But I think if Rochdale, if it's a type of game where Rochdale do a Fleetwood, for instance, and sit back, then McFadden should be able to get away with it more. But I'm with you. I would rather have seen Vokins get a start because I know I've heard a few people say across other mediums say, oh, it says a lot how much he rates Vokins. Well, if that's the case, then why bring Vokins into the club? Yes, we needed a left back, but if you're going to bring one that you don't think you can do anything with, then there's no point in having him here. So the good news, by the way, I will say on left back is that according to Lee Johnson, Denver Hume's now back training, which is a lot sooner than what I thought he was going to be. He won't be playing for another couple of weeks, I would imagine, in terms of games, unless we get really desperate. But for me, as much as I wouldn't mind seeing Vokins get games over McFadden, the sooner Hume gets back in that side, the better for me, because I think Hume's infinitely better than McFadden.
I think he's infinitely better than them both. Dino, obviously, Jake Vokins came in. He's had 3 starts. He hasn't really impressed much, but he's been taken out of the team now for a little while. Would today have been a good game to bring him back in for?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, see, the problem is we've had this left back problem since we let Rhys James go, and we've never addressed it. We've had players like Lawrence de Bock, who was injury prone, who wasn't really up to rate. We've had a lot of really bad left backs. I mean, since Reece James left, we've just had problem after problem after problem. We've relied on Denver Hume, who was very inexperienced, and people still don't rate the lad to this day, but he's the best left back we've got. I think we made the mistake is we got a player in who isn't the finished article. We need a player who can do a job right now, not who needs to learn their trade.
Oh, is he frozen again? Oh no,
He's frozen again.
While we're trying to get promoted, we need a player who's established now. And oh God, this internet. So for me, we should have got an established left back.
Right, we should have kept Reece James. I agree with that mind. I didn't understand that decision.
I'm going to start me internet, lads.
So Michael, I think that's a conversation for the day, really, Reece James. But I think the decision.
I'm going to start me internet, lads. Right.
Go on, mate, sound. I think the decision to let both Reece James and Oviedo go within the same summer without replacing either of them, and then given the reins to Denver Hume, who'd barely played any first team football at that point, was one of the worst decisions I think we made.
Exactly. I mean, I think when it came to like Oviedo,
given some of the decisions made over the years,
put it this way,
it wasn't the smart.
Oviedo going was necessary because of the wages he was on. He was probably on Premier League wages in League One. There was no way we were going to be able to keep him. But I did then think, right, keep James and Hume. I would have been happy with that. I thought James did well whenever I watched him. I thought Hume was up and coming and looked promising. But as you said, that's a story for another time. I think the story is, I suppose, for Hume, like, again, if he's back training, Hume could play a part in the last 6-7 weeks of the season if we're lucky. So, like I said, the sooner he gets back in that side, for me, the better, because I think we're starting to really miss Denver Hume. And I think that, and I never understood how those. I mean, obviously, it's down to opinions, but I never agreed when fans said, "Oh, I don't rate Hume." I disagreed. I think since Parkinson came in, I think he's been one of our better players over the last year and a half. So, but at the end of the day, we haven't got him at the minute. We've just got to make do without him.
Yeah, we've got to find the best possible solution, really. Ziploc 9000 says McGuire has always been better as a super sub going back for a few years now. Yeah, I think you're kind of on my wavelength, really, where certain games you start them, but I think you can offer maybe more coming off the bench than you can to start 90 minutes. Chris Smith highlights, hi to you. Colin McDougall, sorry, mate, I've butchered your name. This is should be a walk in the park, shouldn't it? Michael, I'm very confident going into today. I mean, I haven't actually made a prediction yet. I forgot to do it on the little preview I do, but I'm going to predict a 2-0 Sunderland win. Rochdale, I think they've scored very few goals. I think.
Well, I'll tell you what then. I'll tell you the research I've done, right? Because this is how dedicated I am. Right.
Well, so I did it, but it's in the back.
Yeah. Well, okay then. We both did research. We'll both take credit. Anyway, they're 23rd in the league. They've played 32 games. They've won 6, drawn 10, lost 16. Goal difference is minus 18. They've got 28 points. So obviously, if they get a good result today, they could get out of the bottom 3. Now, by saying that though, the 23rd, however, 18th placed Burton are only 3 points ahead of them. And they've got the second worst defence in the league at the minute. They've conceded 59 goals. Only Wigan, who have conceded 60, have conceded more. However, they've scored the most goals out of the teams in the bottom 9 of the division, irrespective of their recent form. They've scored 41 goals, which I think is only about 6-7 goals behind us. So scoring goals prior to their recent run, scoring goals hasn't been their problem.
I think 42 goals, but then they've barely scored in their last kind of 6 to 7 games, really. I think.
Yeah, but it's that though that makes me a bit apprehensive, because that any
Michael,
team
come on, man. I think we're undefeated in 5 games.
Jack. Right. Let's just say this, right? Plymouth hadn't won away all season, came here and won 2-1. MK Dons hadn't won away.
That was the old Sunderland, Michael.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping. I think we'll win. I do think Rochdale will score though, just because they haven't scored in a while, and I know Sunderland like to break that duck. But I do think we'll win 3-1. To be honest, if you offered me any sort of victory, as long as we don't get any injuries or any suspensions, and we get 3 points today, it's a success, whatever the score for me.
No, I mean, complete agreement as well. I don't really care how we do it. We just need to get the win, make sure no one else becomes unavailable, because we're already stretched, and then go into our next few games that are going to be important as well. We're going to do this, the last stream we're going to mention this on. I think I'll probably mention it at halftime as well. But obviously, CONRAD, our editor, is putting together a little Wembley special video. If you've got any photos of you, obviously in Sunderland attire, but especially in and around the Wembley or London area through previous visits. If you're an overseas fan, if you live abroad, but you're still still watch us, still a fan of the club, all the contact details are there now. SAFC Fan TV 73@gmail.com, or our social media platforms, which is SAFC Fan TV on Twitter and Instagram, and SAFC Fan TV 73 on Facebook. Please get them sent in, and we need them by tomorrow. I will mention this one more time at halftime, but we need them by tomorrow. If you can send them into the aforementioned places, we would love to have you as part of our little Wembley special video. But please get them in by tomorrow. Otherwise, I don't think we'll be able to fit them in because we've got to have time to put them together. Anyway, Michael, actually, I missed Thursday, so I want to know your prediction right now.
Sunderland 3, Rochdale 1. I think that, again, it's this. If we want to get in the top two, which obviously I've said while we're in League One, that's always got to be what the expectation is, not the aim, the expectation. Well, aim as well, obviously. But if we want to get into the top two, this is a game you've simply got to win. There's no. I know that obviously you can say Rochdale's form, but at the end of the day, if Sunderland are at it, we can win, and we can win comfortably if we're really on it. Even if we're not on it, though, we have a lot going forwards. These can see quite a lot of goals. So this is a good opportunity to get at them. However, like I keep stressing, he's back. Like I keep stressing, we cannot take our eye off the ball. We can't be complacent. We can't be complacent. We have got to go. We've got to go out and put the application in to get the win. But I think we'll win 3-1.
Very interesting. 3-1. You said 3-0, Michael.
Well, fine. 3-1, 3-0. Depends what happens at the score. If it says 3-0, I'll take 3-0. There you go.
I'd take any result that's a win, to be honest. And that sounds a bit disappointing to say when you consider Rochdale on the league. But at this point, I'm not bothered. I just want points on the board so we can start climbing the table.
Exactly.
Once again, just very quickly, 145 people watching, 45 likes. If you wouldn't mind just hitting that thumbs up icon. If you've got the live chat up on your mobile device or on an iPad or a tablet or whatever, you just click quickly off the live chat and you'll be able to hit like on the video. And we always like to hit 200 likes if we can like every stream. We normally do it. But if you wouldn't mind, that would be really much appreciated. Of course, if you want to leave a dislike, then leave a dislike and that's up to you. You know, we're all for different opinions here.
But then change your mind and go and do a like instead.
Well, Michael, we'll let people decide what they want to do. Jack Ludlow, of course, given his regular predictions when the goals are going to go in. I don't think he's been successful yet. Is today the day he's going to be successful? He says we're going to score after 9 minutes. You never know, Jack. You never know. If you are right, maybe we might be able to get Connor on to sing your song. I think he's sat in the background somewhere. Marianne Carlos is hi lads from Boston, Massachusetts. Agreeing with Michael, saying 3-0 win. Hello, Marianne. Thank you for tuning in. Kevin Caden, hi to you as well. Tal Metcalf saying fairly young bench too, can tell we're running low on players. Or is Johnson trusting more of the youth? Yeah, it is quite a young bench actually. Now you mention it. With Neil, I was going to say Neil, then Diamond, Jack Diamond, Dan Neil,
Neil Diamond,
as well as Josh Hawkes made an appearance as well, along with Jake Vokins, who obviously I think he's 20-year-old. I think Jake Vokins, I could be slightly wrong. Dave Watson as well says, "Afternoon, boys. Yes, Michael, you're spot on. Is Dino's bedmate? It is, Dave. It's a regular occurrence. These things come round maybe once in a blue moon, but a day."
Has Dino frozen again? But oh no, never mind. I thought he frozen again for a second there. He's
waving his finger on mine. Go on, Dino. I know you're wanting in.
They've just put the formation up on the actual stream, and Younger is playing right back. 09 is at centre back with Sanderson, and Power is in the middle with Winchester. So the 4-2-3-1 looks like it was correct.
Oh well.
It looks like Dino's ahead of. Well, it looks like Dino's ahead of me then.
Yes, of course. Well, I haven't actually got my stream up yet. That's something I'll have to quickly sort out in just a moment. Cameron Lord, I think Oviedo was a good left back. Yeah, I think there's no real dispute in that. He certainly had the ability. Definitely. Benno, Benno. You what?
He was overrated. Oviedo was very overrated. He didn't even stand out in League One. That's how overrated he was.
For the level we were at, I think he should have been the best left back in the league by a mile, and he wasn't.
Well, he was average, wasn't he? Anyway, Benno was predicting a 3-0 Sunderland win. Matthew Lund says, I've just looked at the stats in the league, and Chris McGuire is our second highest in assists behind McGuire. That is quite interesting if true. He's picked up a few assists recently. Dill and hi from France. If you want to watch the game, I think you can actually still buy it on the website if you're aboard safc.com, and you can just buy the stream.
How come the Sunderland team?
Yes, of course. Danzo says we have the same problem at right back, where we've never had a right back who's natural in that position. It's a fair point. But I think we're doing well to have makeshift right backs. You know, anyone who, in my opinion, the odd player who was stuck there as a makeshift right back has actually done a canny job, to be honest. Susan Richardson, hello to you as well. Karen Monk on the live chat for his wife says, get your videos in. I'll be doing mine tonight. Thank you, Karen, as always, for just
steady on, Kaza.
A little bit. Yeah, of course, as she always does. We need to get her on the panel one time. I don't even know if she watches football, but she's certainly an interesting character.
She's certainly a laugh. She's definitely a laugh.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, Michael, I think you're going to be doing a commentary first, or is it Dino? What are we doing?
I'll start with this one. Here, the guy at Newcastle presses the button for crowd. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. I'll start it for the first 15 minutes. So you can suffer through that, and then one of you two take over on 15 minutes. We'll do the same old usual shenanigans.
Michael, we'll be really enjoying your commentary. Speaking
of
hopefully, are the teams out on your stream yet, Michael?
Yes, the pictures on Sanderson. Although then Dino mentioned the formation earlier, it was on the substitutes on my end. So Dino's probably the furthest ahead of the three of us. But on mine, it's now on to Aidan McGeady. It looks like he's just
You're ahead. You're ahead by a second. You're ahead by a second.
Am I? Okay. Aidan McGeady. Okay. I'll tell you when the picture changes. Well, we'll find out when the stream actually starts, but we're just there. The picture's on Luco9 now. I must say, lads, very quickly before it starts, I do like that, again, this looks a lot more professional in terms of cameras. Obviously, it's still early days, but I like that we've got multiple camera angles. It just looks a lot better.
It does.
There's Charlie Wyke. Yeah.
Anyway, just quickly onto the live chat very quickly. Of course, before we start, Taffy Mackham, obviously that comment there saying, "Hey, the guy in Newcastle who presses the button for the crowd cheering when the score's been put in furlough."
Yeah, I saw that.
Dave Watson, Tora, which of course means attack, is tuning in from sunny Pallion. For you people asking, wait and watch the game, I've just went to the SAFC.com. That's where we buy the stream from. Anyway, Michael, I'll hand over to you for your wonderful commentary. Make sure you get your comments.
Hopefully the commentary is wonderful because we'll be winning a comfortable game. Anyway, Rochdale kicked off. It's going to be the usual head tennis, as it always seems to be at the start. Right, okay, who's that? Who's got the ball? Oliver Younger. He's just passed it back to Lee Burge. Just approaching 20 seconds. 09's got the ball. We're pretty much down Sunderland's left, Rochdale's right-hand side, as Sunderland will be attacking from left to right in this first half. Anyway, Sanderson's got the ball. We're just going to try and keep it early doors. Power came deep to receive it, to pass back to Sanderson, who switches it across the left-hand side where Luco9 is. McFadzean's ahead of him. There's no real options immediately ahead of him, but now he's passed it back towards Dion Sanderson. We're just sort of keeping the ball at the back at the moment. Oliver Younger's got it. He's passed it forward. Right, okay. John Jones has got the ball. He's in Rochdale's half. He's trying to sprint down the right-hand side. He's managed to beat one player, but he's gone down. Is it a free kick? Nope, it has not been given as a free kick. Play continues. Rochdale clear away the ball. It looks like Sunderland are going to get possession back. Dion Sanderson heads it to Max Power, but under pressure is forced to pass it back to Luco9. Sanderson has received it yet again. Luco9 is now pretty much centre of the pitch, not far from the centre circle. He's passed it forward towards Aidan McGee, who had to come to receive the ball again. Powers now had the ball passed to him. He's got it. He's now passed it forward to Carl Winchester. Aidan McGee's not far alongside him. He's keeping hold of the ball under a bit of pressure, but he's passed it to Luco9. So they're just keeping pretty much a possession game at the moment. So have to be patient, I suppose. Callum McFadzean's got the ball. Well, okay, we've gotten hold of it. Max Powers now got hold of the ball. Centre circle, coming out towards the centre circle. Tried to pass it forward, but it's been intercepted by Rochdale. Rochdale could have a chance, could have a break on here. No, okay, Sunderland's got men back. Rochdale have got the ball. They've just gone inside Sunderland's half down the right-hand side. We're now back in Rochdale's half. And there's no Sunderland player pressing at the minute. I think it's like always. I think it just seems to be two teams trying to figure each other out. There's former Sunderland defender Paul McShane on the ball. Now he's just passed it back towards Rochdale's centre half. Oh, come on. I always think that every time I saw a commentator, it always seems to be just passing around the back all the time. All right, Rochdale have got the ball. Rochdale, apparently, by the way, are a team that do like the pass from the back, so Sunderland should be pressing these and getting at them. Well, Jones is trying to press down the right-hand side. Now they've passed back to the keeper. Charlie White's almost onto him, but not quite enough to prevent him from kicking it out back into the middle of play. Okay, McFadzean has got one of the wingers across him. He's managed to head it back towards Lee Burge. I think the referee was going to try and play. It was playing advantage, which has been successful. Okay, Oliver Younger's got the ball again. Playing 2.5 minutes gone. Sunderland 0, Rochdale 0 at the Stadium of Light. Dion Sanderson. Now Luco9 has it. Again, similar position as before. Left-hand side, still inside our own half. Now Power's got it in the centre, just behind the centre circle. Sanderson has got the ball yet again. Oliver Younger's got it. He's trying to do it looked like he's trying to do a bit of a kick up there. Sanderson again. Powers ahead of him. Luco9's to his left. He gets it forward. Is it going to reach his man? It doesn't look like it. No, it's not. And it is a throw into Rochdale. Anything in the comments, Jack?
Yeah. Well, I did have something. There we go. Leighton Jordan says, has Dino got his disco lights on? Yes, of course he has. It's looking very, very party-like in Dino's room this afternoon, isn't it?
It is, mate. Always is. Always party time in here.
Always a party time in the Argyle household.
Well, hopefully it'll be party time in 2 hours. Rochdale have thrown the ball back in play. Rochdale throwing the ball back in play, but we'll see what's going on. Nope. Okay, just break in play yet again. Sunderland get a free kick. I would ask Dino what his thoughts are on the first few minutes, but I would imagine he'll probably say it's just early doors, two teams trying to figure each other out.
I wouldn't even say we're trying to figure each other out. I think we're just trying to keep possession. They're not pressing us.
Anyway,
they're not pressing us.
Anyway, well, I'll tell you what, at the minute, they're trying whoever number 8 is for Rochdale, trying to press Winchester. He's pressed him into passing the ball back to 09. Power's got it again. Back to 09. Sunderland's left-hand side, just before the halfway line. We're now in Rochdale's half. McGeady managed to get the ball. He's kept hold of it. Winchester's got it. Is he going to get a slip there? It is a free kick to Rochdale for some reason. It looked like just a coming together. Jack, quickly, any other comments, even though it's been about a minute since I last asked you?
Yeah, Kieran Gale's predicting 4-1 Sunderland. Cameron Lauder thinks Patrick Van Aanholt was our best left-back. I assume you mean just in recent years. Anyway, we're back in play, Michael, aren't we?
Anyway, back in play, and we're back out of play again.
Yeah, it tends to happen all the time.
I'll ask Jack, I'll ask you quickly, what are your thoughts? Keohan put it out of play. What's your thoughts, Jack, on so far?
Obviously, it's only been just less than 5 minutes gone. I think we're trying to pass the ball up the pitch, but they're pressing us quite well, to be honest, whenever we're getting the ball up the pitch. I think that's my only real initial observation.
Yeah, it's funny because every time I'm about to start a commentary again, it goes out to play again. But it's got to throw in Oliver Younger's taking it now. So probably for what feels like the third or fourth time in the first 5 minutes, we're now back in Sunderland's. We're now between Sunderland's back line here. Lee Burge has got it. 09, still just inside Sunderland's penalty area. Stephen Humphries was trying to press in, but Powers now managed to get the ball just slightly ahead of 09. We're now in Rochdale's half. Powers put a good through ball to Winchester. McGeady's down the left-hand side here. He's going to do his typical running. He's managed to get it past Ryan McLaughlin. Is he going to get a ball in the box? It doesn't look like it. Oh, nearly. The ball's in the box. Aidan O'Brien's. Okay, it's a free kick to Sunderland. Cross came into the box. I think it was a tussle coming together, and I think it's a free kick to Rochdale. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. McGeady sprints down the left, beats Ryan McLaughlin. Oh, actually, it might be brought back for a free kick to Sunderland. Actually, hang on, we'll find out any second. Yep, it's either a throw-in or a free kick to Sunderland, but I think it's a free kick, judging by the way the referee is near enough the corner flag, pretty much where McGeady was tackled when he was trying to put the ball in the box. Yeah, it's a free kick to Sunderland, near 6 minutes gone. There's going to be a crowded penalty area here. So let's hopefully Sunderland can see how we're going to use the cheat code combination of McGeady cross-Wyke header. That would be all right, wouldn't it? We'll see if that ends up coming. Sorry?
That would be very welcome.
Oh, definitely it would. Right, referee's just standing out just on the edge of the penalty box, and he's just trying to assert some authority. It looks like there's been some bit of pushing and shoving. McGeady cross comes into the box, and we're going to connect onto it. And it's a goal! 1-0! Sanderson has scored! Sunderland 1, Rochdale 0. Wonderful weighted cross from the left-hand side. Aidan McGeady crossed it into the box. Dino is having disco lights on in the party in his room with his not-so-made bed, and Dion Sanderson scores a header from the back post. Sunderland 1, Rochdale 0. Lads, thoughts on the goal? Anyone can start. Very, very good header, I agree. Dino?
You know what? Dion Sanderson deserves a goal the way he's been playing. It's a great ball in. Just back post. He's unmarked. Look, no one's marking him. It's a free header. I mean, that's terrible on Rochdale's part, but...
Oh, Terminator. We'll take the lead.
I'll tell you what, for a bit of stats, unless Wigan have conceded in the first few minutes as well, Rochdale have now conceded 60 goals in League One this season, same as Wigan, at least as I know of at the minute. Anyway, ball's in play. Rochdale tried to kick it forward, and Sunderland have managed to launch it forward into Rochdale's half. Paul McShane manages to clear it back into the centre of the pitch. Is Power going to get to it? Power's managed to win a 50-50 possession tackle anyway, whatever it is. I've mucked that up there. Jordan Jones has got it. Luke O'Nine's now got it. Just near the centre circle. Aidan McGeady's now got it. Come on, lads. If we can get comfortably ahead, then it'll be really a big benefit. McGeady's got a ball forward. He was trying to aim for Charlie Wyke, wasn't quite reaching him, and Rochdale have conceded a throw-in. So, lads, I'll quickly go to Jack. I'll ask you. Never mind. Sorry. Gone back into play again. McFadden's got the ball. He puts the ball into the box. He's trying to aim for Aidan O'Brien. Doesn't manage to quite connect to it. It's too far out. But anyway, Charlie Wyke's got it. Just on the edge, left-hand side of the penalty box. McGeady's got the ball. Tackled. Powers now pass it to McFadden. We're in Rochdale's penalty box again. Oh, the keeper's spilled it. Is it going to be 2-0? No, not quite. I think it looked like either a block on the line, and Rochdale have managed to clear this. I'll tell you what, lads, if we can get out these, we could get a few goals here. Anyway, Sion Anderson's down the right-hand side again. Powers now near the centre circle. Passes it back towards Luke 09. We're just pretty much trying to dominate and control the tempo of the game so far. McFadzean and 09 are just passing between them. Sanderson's got it just before the halfway line. We're now in Rochdale's half again, just outside the centre circle. Max Powers now got it. He's just put it back to to Luke 09. Sanderson's now got it. Oliver Younger, yep, it looks like he is playing it right back, actually. Power again. They're trying to entice Rochdale to press them because they know that's going to open space up. So hopefully it works. Anyway, who's that who's got the ball? Aidan McGeady's got the ball. He's going past one player, Rochdale. He's passed it towards Callum McFadzean, left-hand side again. He's put it through. Aidan McGeady, is he going to keep that in? Looks like he is. And it is a corner, I think. No, it's a goal kick to Rochdale. Anything in the comments, Jack?
Yeah, CP70 is watching from Australia. Damien Jenkinson says hello from Huddersfield. 4-0 to the lads. How are the lads? Well, could certainly go that way with how the great start we've had anyway with the goal. Chris Smith, of course, tuning in from Canada as he always does. Aaron Fisher reckons it's going to be 1-0. 4-1. Sorry, how are the lads? And Kai and Jack's home Ed Journey O'Brien. That's a bit of a mouthful name. Says, how are the lads from Peter Lee?
Jack, shout out to Jack Ludlow. He said we were going to score in the first 9 minutes, and we did. You know,
to be fair to him, yeah. That's the first time. Is that the first time he's been right then?
Well, if someone possibly will check, and we'll have to get Conrad in to sing his song.
Well, either way, Conrad can check that. Anyway, ball's been back in play for a couple of minutes. Rochdale's got the ball again. No, but now back out of play. It's a throw in to Rochdale. Just near 10 minutes gone, Sunderland lead Rochdale 1-0 at the Stadium of Light, thanks to I can't remember what minute it was, but a Sanderson header in what I think was the first 6-7 minutes of the game, I'm going to say. So Rochdale, hang on, is it a free kick? Okay, looks like it's a free kick. Dino will know his research. Whoever number 8 is for Rochdale standing over this on the right-hand side of the ball. Okay, right, the book goal has come into the box. So Rochdale win the header. Are we going to clear it? Okay, and it's all right then. I think it was either offside or a free kick given in favour of Sunderland. Dino, how would you assess the first 10 minutes? Is it enough to make a judgment of it?
Yeah, we're starting to attack them now. I mean, they had a good clearance off the line. It looks like we're just doing what we do normally, is just go down the wings, and it's the fact that McLaughlin doesn't have McGeady's number, and you've got John Jones who'll get down the other side. So it's positive signs. Ball
forward again. Aidan O'Brien's going to try and press the Rochdale keeper, but he's got it again. Oh, for goodness sake! Can the lads stop having the game go out with players? I'll have to start commentary again. Doesn't look good. Okay, then. Rochdale's keeper is just keeping hold of the ball. I think he's trying to just calm the game down a bit. He's got it on the ground now, and he's launched it forward. So where's this going to land to? Looks like it's in Sunderland's half. The sun's now blinding at the Stadium of Light, and it's gone out for a throw into Rochdale. Jack, anything in the comments again?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Conrad's pointed out how his voice is safe because Jack said would score in the first. Jack said we'd score after 9 minutes. My voice is safe. That's very unfortunate. We won't get to hear Conrad's wonderful singing. Unfortunately, did, but fortunately, we've taken the 1-0 lead, so that doesn't really.
But to be fair, you could just get Conrad on the match review and get him to sing on that. I'm sure
yes,
that people will not be adverse to listen to it. We'll get and Storm, and for Lauren Kenny, Storm can make an appearance as well. Stephen Humphreys has got the balls just ahead of Dion Sanderson. Now Rochdale attacking down their right, Sunderland's left-hand side. Ball was trying to come into the box, but Dion Sanderson's blocked it. Aidan O'Brien's won the second ball. He's done pretty well there. Okay, it's a bit of a tussle at the minute. Go on, lads. Okay, right, looks like Rochdale have got possession back, right-hand side of the pitch. Now passing backwards to Paul McShane. Here we go. See if he can have a howler today as a whole Rochdale team. That would be nice. Jones is down the left. Is on the left and right-hand side trying to press again. Rochdale have managed to get the ball back, though. Stephen Humphreys was involved in a tussle with Sanderson, and he has won the free kick. It is a free kick to Rochdale, nearly 12 and a half minutes gone. Glasgow Michael's joined the lad of audible internet, please, for Sanderson. Thanks, Davey. I figured I would just read that because I know if I ask you to have a segue, we'll start again any second. But I don't know who's in a couple of minutes' time. One of you, I assume, is taking over from us, so I'll go to around about 15 minutes. We'll just wait. Who's okay? Let's see. I thought it was going to show Sunderland's goal again, but we've just gone back to the live play. It's a good ball. It was trying to be a routine. Basically, Rochdale did a routine where they did a short pass, tried to cross it into the box, but Lee Burge is more than equal to it. And Sunderland have now got possession yet again. Oliver Younger launches it forward from the right hand side. and Charlie White wasn't able to connect to it, and it's now back in Rochdale's hands, the possession. Yeah, I think it's obviously Watson. Hang on, it's a long ball forward. Stephen Humphries could be there. Nope, Lee Bird just got it again. Liz Anderson's now recycling the ball. 09 is going to try and pass it out from the back. And I swear the camera angles are trying to screw me commentary over. But anyway, that's a very good header. They're just showing Sunderland's goal again. Very, very, very good header. Very well placed, especially from the back post. He had a tight angle to try and aim for. Anyway, Charlie White is trying to press Paul McShane. He's trying to press the goalkeeper, but it's too far, and Rochdale's keeper manages to clear it. It's only as far as Luke 09. He's headed it back in. Rochdale have got the ball, have they? Nope, doesn't look like it. Sunderland are appealing. Rochdale have a free kick, but about 20 yards away from goal. McFadzean's conceded it. It does look pretty harsh here. I think the referee looks like he might be getting a card out as well. It's a yellow card for Callum McFadzean on 14 minutes. Let's see this replay again. I don't quite know what it was given for. There we go. Okay, that is a free kick. He's got this one.
Yeah,
he's got
complete. And he's dragging him behind.
Yeah, okay. That's one another reason why I don't want McFadzean to start, because I'm sure that's a good achievement, by the way. Lazarus quickly saying we'll hit 5,300 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's hit the subscribe button. Can we get what likes are we on at the minute?
Well, we've got 207 watching, 92 people have liked. If you haven't already, please for Dion Sanderson. It was a wonderful header. If you haven't already, if you have got the live chat up on your mobile device, you just quickly exit the live chat icon, and as I say, it's just that thumbs up icon. If you hit that, you give us a like, and we'd really, really appreciate it. We'll get to it.
Back in play again. Rochdale put the free kick into the box, and Luke 09's headed it clear. Ian McGee's now got the ball. Can Sunderland break here? Ian McGee's waiting for runners either side of him. I think that's Carl Winchester, or it's Jordan Jones, I think, on the left-hand side. He's sprinting forward. He's got a player up ahead of him. I'm not quite sure who this is. There was Jordan Jones. I think it was Carl Winchester who had it earlier. McGee's now got the ball. He's put a dink ball forward, trying to aim for Younger down the right-hand side. He's managed to get to him, has he? Younger managed to connect to the ball, but not quite win the resounding header that followed. And it's a free kick to Rochdale. Anyone want to take over, lads? It's just gone 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I would do the second 15, and then Dino can do the 15 before half time. Very quickly on the live chat, come on, you just keep an eye on the live chat while I'm commentating. But
I'll do my best.
Yeah, it's fine, mate. The Rochdale stance is Sunderland 3-1. I'm a Rochdale fan, and I can't see us doing much of defenders power, and we have no attacking push to up the deal. Well, not up the deal, but thank you for tuning in. You are very welcome. As a long ball is put it upfield, but is only collected by Lee Bird, who throws it out to Luke 09. 2 seconds. There we go. Power back into Dion Sanderson, just sat on the edge of our own box. Dion Sanderson looks as if he's quite central. But ball goes forward by Luke 09, but it comes straight back at us. Here's Quado Bar on the right hand side for Rochdale. Sharp turn, takes the ball away from McGeady. He comes inside, knocks it back just behind the halfway line now as Paul McShane has the ball, plays it forward into the midfield area for Rochdale. It comes back to Rochdale's defence. The ball goes over towards the right-hand side. McFadzean will follow the ball out there as Bar knocks it back to Rochdale's defence. So good bit of pressure from Sunderland there. We've managed to get Rochdale back all the way back into their box now as McShane looks to find their left back. There's a very overhit pass as the ball goes out for Sunderland, throwing it on the right-hand side, which Oliver Younger looks like he'll take it as he throws it back to Dion Sanderson, who's just won us another throw-in, just inside our own half, I believe. I think it was our throw-in. It might not have been. I'm sure we'll see it in a second. We're just getting them lovely multiple camera angles. Yes, it is. Oliver Younger taking it out just over the halfway line, throws it forward. 09 flicks it down, looking for Aidan O'Brien in the middle, but unfortunately can't come away with the ball. O'Brien still putting the pressure on. He manages to win it back there in the centre, but unfortunately get a free kick away in the process of doing so, which isn't very happy about. And he will have a little bit persist with the referee about, but the referee is not hearing any of it, just to have a look at the foul again. He's just putting a bit of pressure on him and ends up kind of stepping into him. I thought he won the ball back, to be fair, but these things happen as Rochdale have us back in play out in the left back area. Knocked back to the goalkeeper, of course, who stood just on the penalty spot. Smashes it forward out to the right-hand side, but it goes over everyone's head and it'll only be collected by Lee Bird. That's happened about twice, and I've only been commentating about 2 minutes. As it goes to Luke 09, quite over towards the left side of the pitch, inside now to Carl Winchester. Winchester turns his man quite well, to be fair to him, and pings the ball forward to the right-hand side. Jordan Jones takes it down. He's got Younger on the overlap. He looks to come inside now. He's got Rochdale plays in around him, finds Aidan O'Brien out to Oliver Younger on the right-hand side, looks to cross it in, but that cross didn't really go anywhere valuable. I think we went out straight for a goal kick. Dino, what's in the live chat?
Cameron Lauder says Hartlepool 1-0 up. Well done to Hartlepool. I don't know why he's telling with that, but well done to Hartlepool. Stephen Marshall giving away too many free kicks, which is possible. Chris Smith, it's because we're class fans. Well, we are. We all know we're class fan. And Davey says, is Younger any good? Yeah, I think he's all right. Yeah, back in play.
Yeah, we are back in play as Rochdale's goal kick. After a few bounces around, but eventually finds him on the left-hand side, coming towards our final third. Sanderson's put a little bit of pressure on. I think that's Humphreys there, goes inside. Yes, it is Humphreys who gets the ball back now. Taking it back towards their own goal, really, but it goes out towards the right-hand side where it'll be flicked on by, I think, McFadzean intervenes there very well before the ball goes to Barr, but Barr is able to pick it up anyway. Nice little interception from Winchester. They've done a few things in the last few minutes. As Wyke picks up the ball, gives it back to Aidan O'Brien, now with Aidan McGeady inside our own half. McGeady knocks it back to Dion Sanderson, over towards Oliver Younger, near the right hand, on the right-hand side, into Jordan Jones, who brings the ball just over the halfway line, near the touchline. He's running at Rochdale, as he's done quite a few times today. He looks to put an early cross in, but unfortunately the weight, I don't think, wasn't quite right, went just over Wyke's head, and Rochdale collect the ball on the right-hand side with, I believe, McLaughlin, as the ball swung forward. Doesn't find anyone but Luke O'Nien. Finds Carl Winchester. Winchester forward pass towards Aidan McGeady. McGeady running through Rochdale's midfield. The referee blows his whistle and stops for a Sunderland free kick. Do you know anything on the live chat again?
Yeah, Luke Darby, I've subscribed. Thank you very much, Luke. Chris Slow, how many cards has McFadzean got now? 2 in the last 2. I think he might be right. Conrad Lee, legend Luke Darby for subscribing. Peter Taylor, Dale, fan listening into your channel. We won't score, so it's already over. So that's a Rochdale fan.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go that far. Long way to go yet.
Yeah, there is, but obviously the goal. Yeah, I don't want to say anything because it could come back to bite us. But Rochdale haven't. Don't say it.
Just commentate, Jack. Just commentate.
Yeah. So we looked like get moving. Aidan McGeady ran over the ball. It's him and Jordan Jones down the left hand side. McGeady swings the ball in, but it was overhit. That looked like it was off the training ground there. McGeady and Jones were stood over the free kick on the left hand side. McGeady ran over it. Jones looked as if he didn't have any intention to take, and then as McGeady was walking back, he all of a sudden swings it in. I don't think Rochdale were expecting that really, but maybe we were. Maybe it was something working on the training ground, but I think McGeady's ball was just slightly overhit. Couldn't find anyone. As Rochdale have a goal kick here, which is taken, and it finds Paul McShane inside their own box. Paul McShane, left-footed pass forwards, now back to their own goal kick. Rochdale are trying to play the ball out from the back here, but they do play it long now. It's taken down. It finds Humphreys. Now it goes out towards the left-hand side there, number 13. I'm trying to read out his name, but I couldn't really. His O'Nien clears the cross that came, the low cross.
Stream's gone off.
Oh, well. It was Paul McShane now has it. Out towards Morley, then number 8, who pings a pass forward. Quado Bart takes it down in the box. Well blocked by Luke O'Nien. It looked as if he came off his chest there. A few Rochdale players appealing for a foul, but I think that was definitely his chest or his head. I can't see that being a handball. It was a bit of a nervy moment there, lads. As Rochdale tried to get moving through a midfield now, a forward pass, which was looking for the run of their player out on the right-hand side, but will only be our throw-in on our left-hand side. Dino, that was a bit of a nervy moment there, wasn't it?
It was. I think that was. I've got a massive. Why have I got an echo?
I think you've had a chance to start, to be honest.
No, it's when I talk. It's someone else's echo, but it's gone now. But Luke O'Nien looked like he fell over, and it actually hit him in the chest. But then I think Luke O'Nien might. I thought Luke O'Nien gave a free kick away there, but he hasn't. But yeah, good block by Luke O'Nien.
Yeah, it was a bit of a nice pass really from Morley out on their left-hand side, which found the run of Quado Bar, kind of took it down. O'Nien fell over, and as you see, does well to block it. Anyway, we were back in play, but the ball went straight out for a throw-in in typical fashion when we tend to be commentating. As soon as you look to get things going again, as I believe that is Conor McLaughlin's brother on the right-hand side trying to take their throw-in, which he does, and Rochdale are back in play, going back towards their own goal now, as they tend to do. We're putting a good bit of pressure on them as Paul McShane has the ball now over towards Morley, number 8, who finds himself in kind of the left-back area, really. Pings a ball forward. It's flicked down to Humphreys. Humphreys is getting pressured by O'Nien, and Power and Winchester getting after it now, and Rochdale retrieve the ball. It goes forward. It's taken down, but only Oliver Younger gets the ball back, and it's a Sunderland free kick inside our own half. Michael, how confident are you after the first 23 minutes?
If we keep this up, then if we can get, I think the next goal, I think if we can go 2-0 up, then I think the floodgates could really open here. Sorry, ball's back in play, I know, Jack, so I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens all the time. As McFadzean looked to swing a long ball forward, Aidan McGuire, he just slightly overhit it there, really. There's a Rochdale goal kick, and as soon as Michael handed back over, the ball's out to play again. Do you know what's on the live chat?
Peter Taylor says, cheers, enjoying the commentary. Got a fan there.
Thank you, Peter.
Ryan Mitchell, hello from Spalding. Is that McShane an ex-Sunderland player? Yes, he is. He was actually quite good when we were on the Prem, believe it or not. He was actually an okay player. Luke Darby, good start. Need to really make a statement today. They are there for the taking. I do agree. Back to you there, Jack.
Yes, as we are, as Winchester finds McGeady just inside Rochdale's half. It goes over towards Oliver Younger. Unfortunately, the ball slipped just underneath his foot. And again, in typical fashion, as soon as I'm handed back over to commentate, the ball goes out. But Rochdale's goal kick there was lumped upfield. We won the ball back fairly quickly. And as I say, it's now out for a throw-in out on the left-hand side, which then number 13 will take. Taking his time, but he does look to take it now. He throws it upfield. Younger fails to win the flick on. Fails to win the header. Sorry, is he going to flick on? As Quado Bar could have been set free on the right-hand side, but it was a poor ball from the Rochdale player there. Bar found himself in loads of space out wide. Again, McFadzean not really looking out for his man. Fortunately enough, the pass wasn't very accurate and very overhit, Bar couldn't get there. As Power finds Aidan McGeady just on the halfway line, back to Carl Winchester, right-footed pass, looking for the run of Jordan Jones, who he couldn't quite find as the ball is collected by Rochdale's goalkeeper inside their own box. He throws it straight down to Paul McShane, who's also inside their own box. McShane taking it forward now, looking for a pass. He plays a left-footed ball into the centre circle, but Humphreys can't quite take it down. Winchester trying to get the ball moving for Sunderland, but he couldn't quite get a good hold of the ball. Sunderland are putting a bit more pressure on there now. And the number 8, Morley, in the left-back position again. I thought he was a centre midfielder as he looks to ping it forward. But Dion Sanderson's there for the strong header out for a Rochdale throw. Dino, comments?
Aaron Fisher, hopefully we can get 1 or 2 goals before half-time. I think we could do with another goal, to be fair. Mad Malcolm, afternoon, lads, from sunny southern Spain. Missed two start, better late than never. Good start, though. And back to you there, Jack.
Yes, of course. As McShane knocks it back to Rochdale's goalkeeper. Sunderland have just taken the pressure off the press we seem to be doing a little bit now. We're not quite as intense as we were when the game first started, but the ball now finds Rochdale in the middle of the park. And just as I said that, Jordan Jones sprinted over to them. Jones putting in the yards now as he closes down Morley. Morley has the ball back though, and he finds number 13 who cuts inside. Power intervenes well though, and Power finds Charlie White just over the halfway line. It's a strong tackle by Paul McShane. And the referee gives a free kick. McShane really isn't happy on there, and the referee believes he's fouled White just on the halfway. That was a very strong tackle. I'm sure if we get the chance to see the game, we'll maybe comment a little bit more. But Sunderland have a free kick on the halfway line now. Michael, all I'm going to say is, what are your thoughts? I've not got anything springing to mind.
Yeah, well, I think, again, we could do the second goal because we don't want to give Rochdale a chance of getting anything out of this. So just keep the application going.
Yeah, as we're back in play with that free kick now, Carl Winchester has it. He finds Aidan O'Brien in the centre, who knocks it out wide to Jordan Jones. O'Nien looks for the run of Jordan Jones again. He'll do well to get there, which he couldn't quite do, and it will be a Rochdale goal kick. Dino, I'm going to go to you now. What's going through your head at the moment?
It seems like we've settled down a bit. We're trying not to make any mistakes. We are getting stuck in. As a team, we look quite good defensively, and we look all right keeping the ball. But we could probably push for another goal. I think we should go push for the other goal.
Yeah, interesting enough. Rochdale seem to be coming down our right-hand side more than our left, which I would have thought they would do the opposite if they'd done the research. Maybe they're looking to target Younger, but I think he's done all right today so far. Speaking of Younger, gets a foot in there, tried to win the ball back, but it just bounced through the Rochdale player. As Humphreys cuts in from their left-hand side, Power tried to tackle him, couldn't quite do it. Another block from Luke O'Nien. Quado Bar tries to retrieve the ball. It goes back there, number 6 out wide now to McLaughlin, I think that is. McLaughlin with the forward pass to Quado Bar. McGeady's back defending. McFadzean nowhere to be seen again as the ball goes back to McLaughlin. McFadzean will go to chase that one into number 6 in midfield now. Winchester putting a good bit of pressure on. knocks it back to Rochdale's centre halves now. That man again, Paul McShane, has the ball over towards Morley, and that seems to be a common theme there. McShane gets the ball, he goes to Morley, who is filling in on the left-hand side, and Morley seems to, try and ping the ball forward, and Rochdale end up going back to their goalkeeper. Not much pressure being put on by the Sunderland forward, understandable, really. They've got to come at us, really, as their header goes down towards McLaughlin. McLaughlin, I should say. No, it was. Over to Paul McShane. McShane over towards Morley, out on the left-hand side again. Morley finds their number 13, who plays a forward pass, and if the cameraman could speed up, that would be nicely, as Grant looks to go inside number 13, but Dion Sanderson is there to intervene again, as he always does. Very solid defensive display from him yet again so far. Throwing on the left-hand side now for Rochdale then. Dino, anything on the chat?
Jake Wilkinson says Portsmouth are getting beat, which is good. CP7, hopefully Port lose and we can beat them next week. Be happy to
number 6 had a shot there for Rochdale. Saved by Burge, just got a hammer really, and then was able to catch it just afterwards. They had a throw in on the left-hand side, of course, it came inside, and then their number 6, their captain, I think that's O'Connell, just opened his body up and kind of curls it really towards goal, and Burge is able to retrieve those, so that's no problem. It's 09 now finds the ball. The ball now finds Dion Sanderson into Max Power. Power over towards Dion Sanderson. He's got Younger to one side, 09 to the other. He actually goes back towards Burge. Now it's with Luke 09 into Max Power. Power trying to bring the ball forward. Power finds Dion Sanderson, as I don't know why the EFL cameraman decided to show me Lee Johnson when the ball's in play, but unfortunately I can't tell you where the ball's at. Now it goes forward. And Rochdale were under a little bit of pressure there, as the ball swung forward, and the goalkeeper was trying to see the ball out because he couldn't have picked it up. It wasn't really in the box as it was going out. White was putting a bit of pressure on. But anyway, we are just over the 30-minute stage, and you know what that means. It is time for the best commentator in the world to take over, Dino Welgar. Dino, the microphone is yours.
Right, well, they've just took the free kick to Osho, plays it out to the right to McLaughlin, who gives it back to Osho. Osho is their other centre-back. I don't think I've heard his name mentioned. Osho goes long to the left to Keohan, and it's went out for Sunderland throw-in on the right-hand side. It was a bad ball by Osho there, I believe. Younger to take it. Younger will go back to... It's went back to Lee Johnson for some reason. I don't know why. With Lee Burge has the ball now, who plays out to the left to Luke 09. Luke 09 under pressure by Humphreys. Plays it to McFadden, who's under pressure by Barr. Plays the ball down line. McGeady will keep it in and plays it inside to Carl Winchester. Carl Winchester spins on the ball and gives it inside to Max Power, just on the edge of the box. Max Power runs with the ball. Under pressure by, I think that's Morley. Plays it inside to Younger, but gives the ball away. But Younger will get another tackle in, and it's a throw into Rochdale on the left-hand side. 31 minutes gone here, and it's Sunderland 1, Rochdale 0. And I don't know how do you pronounce that name, Keohan?
Keohan, I think.
Keohan will throw the ball back to Osho. Osho back to Bazuno, the keeper. These names are really hard to pronounce.
That is a fantastic name. I wish I would have liked to say that name a bit.
Usho to McShane.
Well, you'll get a chance second off.
Plays it to Morley. Morley seems to go to left back, even though he's playing centre mid. Yeah. He goes long looking for Humphreys. Dion Sanderson will get there before Humphreys. Sanderson will put the ball down the line. Kept in by Jones. There's a bit of a muddle up there. Keohan has it in the middle of the park. Keohan spreads it out to Conor McLaughlin, to Ryan McLaughlin. McLaughlin now, down the right-hand side, heading towards the byline. Tries to take on McFadden. He whips the ball low. It's in the box. It's shot, and it's over the bar by Keohan, I believe. 6 yards out, he's hit it over the bar.
Got lucky.
I reacted in silence there, like I was a bit nervy there. Again, ball coming from our left-hand side.
McLaughlin done very well. He went past McFadden really easy. The ball's bobbled in front of him, and that's why Keohan is a left back and not a striker. Anyway, to the comments, Jack.
Northampton 2, Portsmouth 0, apparently. Tony Lee joining us. Hello to you, Tony Lee. Thank you for joining. Dino Barreto back in play on my screen.
We are back in play, and Dion Sanderson on the edge of the box gives it to the left side of the box to Luke 09. Luke 09 plays it forward to Power, who gives it back to Luke 09, who will give it back to Sanderson across the box. Sanderson with loads of time. They're not pressing where we've got loads of time in the defence. Dion Sanderson will go back to Luke 09 on the left side. Luke 09 will just jog the ball slowly forward. and he will give it into McGeady, who gives it back to Luke O'Neill, who gives it back to McGeady on the left side now, just an own off. Gives it out to McFadden on the touchline, who gives it back to McGeady. McGeady now back to Max Power in the centre of the park. Max Power will spray the ball out to the right, looking for Jordan Jones, but it's way too far and it's a throw in. Anyway, Michael Bowers, what did you think of their chance they created?
That was, I think we were quite fortunate that they didn't score that. And I think this is why, like I think we've said here, we need to push for a second goal because you don't want to give these a hope of getting anything out of it, ideally. I'd take the scoreline as it is now, obviously, at full time. But, there's chances in this game for sure. Yeah.
Keohan goes along with a throw-in. Humphreys is challenged by Younger, and it's back to Sanderson, who knocks it back to the defence to Luke O'Neill, who will knock it all the way back to Lee Burge. Sunderland will get into their shape now. Lee Burge will give it to Luke O'Neill about 20 yards out. Luke O'Neill to Dion Sanderson. Dion Sanderson now looking for a pass. Winchester, McGeady will come short in the centre of the park. Gives it to Luke O'Neill looking for the 1-2. McGeady will... No, that's O'Brien, sorry. O'Brien. O'Brien spins on the ball and wins a free kick. To the comments, Jack.
Yeah, 40 O'Brien. Sorry if I've mispronounced your name, but greetings from New York City. Thank you for joining in. Asking, is there any way you can watch your games? Most games are streamed on the Sunderland website, safc.com, and you can buy the stream. That's the only thing I suggest. Back to you, Dino.
We're approaching the box here. Jones has it on the right-hand side. Jones now looking to get past Keohan. He whips the ball back post. Header by who's that? Charlie White with a goal. Get in there.
Nice one.
Another
goal. It's what we needed.
It's a lovely move down the right-hand side.
That took a lot of my restraint to not celebrate that.
Michael, you should have done
what a cross that is, by the way.
The air in silence.
I mean, Jordan Jones gets down the right side. Jordan Jones gets past his player, whips it in, and who's there? Nova only than Charlie White, who's just on a form. It's a great header.
He's in red hot.
By the way, that's Charlie White's 20th. Sorry to interrupt. That's Charlie White's 20th goal of the season in the league, I believe. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
Apology not accepted, Michael.
How dare you?
I don't know. But that's unbelievable. I mean, Charlie White, from a player who I seen when we first signed him to what he is now, he's a totally different player. I mean, I wanted rid of Charlie White. I thought he'd never even get 10 goals, and when he's got 20 league goals, it's amazing. Anyway, we're back in play with Barr on their right side. Barr cuts inside now. Barr, he's looking for a pass. He goes on the outside. Good tackle by Carl Winchester, and he wins the free kick. To the comments, Jack.
Yes, 762 GMPG says, "How are you, lads? I'm not greedy, but I want at least another 2 more goals today." Well, you said that before a goal, so only 1 more for you. Tyler Metcalf said head at the back post is answering someone else, I think. A fair point made by Stephen Scott. 10 ex-UK is set piece. We're getting good at these. We are tend to get a lot of goals from set pieces in recent weeks. Stephen Robson says he's watching from Algarve in Portugal. How are the lads? Thank you for tuning in over in Portugal. Welcome to you.
Anyway, Lee Burge has the free kick. Lee Burge will go long. He's looking for McGeady, I believe, but we bring the ball down in the centre and knock the ball forward. Ushu clears it. Hashtag Ash Danny. We've already asked him. We will reveal if we get to 10,000 subscribers. It's a throw in
by the end of the season.
Rochdale have a throw in down the left-hand side. Down the left-hand side of their box. He takes it quickly into O'Connell. O'Connell gives it to Ushu. Ushu to McShane, who's in his own box. Morley has went out to the left side of the defence. Morley has the ball. Morley looking for a pass. He goes across to Ushu, who gives it back to Paul McShane. McShane goes back to Morley on the left side. Morley will go long, only as far as Younger, well controlled, knocks it inside to Power. Power back to Luke O'Neill, who gives it spreads out to the left to McFadden, who gives it to Power at the centre circle. Power under pressure, knocks it back to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill has it and gives it back to Power. Power will give it back to Dion Sanderson, just on the edge of his own box, who sprays it out to Oliver Younger. Younger now on the right side of the pitch in his own box, looking for a forward pass, gives it to O'Brien, who's dropped deep, who gives it inside to Winchester. Winchester cuts inside and gives it to Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones back to Winchester. Winchester looking for a pass and gives it back to Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones on the centre circle now. Jones spreads it out to the left to Luke O'Neill, who gives it inside to Max Power, who gives it back to Luke O'Neill, who gives it back to Dion Sanderson now. We're still in our own half here. We're just keeping possession because Rochdale aren't pressing with. Oliver Younger goes for the Hollywood ball switch, and goes straight out of play. I think that's inexperience on Oliver Younger's part. He should try and keep the ball on the floor. He's given away. McLaughlin throws it into play to Connell, and we've got a free kick for a handball, I believe. What's your assessment, Michael? Anyway, what's your assessment since we've went 2-0 up?
It's definitely getting the second goals eased me nerves quite a bit. I'm going to try and be a bit greedy here. I would like to see if we can attempt to push for another one before half time. If we can get at least another goal and be a comfortable position by half time, I would consider switching it up second half. But I'll let you carry on.
We've took a quick here. McGuire cuts inside, has a shot. It's low. It's deflected off one of their players. I don't know who it is, but Rochdale come away with the ball. He plays it down the right touchline towards Barr now. Barr, it's a bit of a counter-attack here. McGuire is trying to get back. He cuts inside Barr, cuts past two players, knocks it inside to Schlosny, who knocks it inside to Connell, who plays it out wide to Keohan. He's on the left side, under pressure by O'Brien, who knocks it back to his defender McShane, who knocks it inside to Morley. Morley now in the centre circle, plays out to Ushu on the right side, just in our own half. Plays out to right to Ryan McLaughlin. Ryan McLaughlin now, looking for a pass. There's no movement in front of him. He knocks it back to Morley, I believe. Morley spreads it out to the left to McShane. McShane looking for a pass. Plays it forward to Keohan, who's under pressure by O'Brien, and it's a bit of a 50-50. O'Brien's battling hard, and Keohan comes out with the ball and gives it back to McShane, who gives it back to Bazuno. Bazuno to Osho on the right side of the pitch. God, it's like a tongue twister, that, isn't it? Osho plays the ball forward to Connell, I believe, or Schlosny. Slaunesi. It's so hard to pronounce. Ball long forward, looking for... I don't know who that is. I think that's McLaughlin. McLaughlin will keep it in play, but McFadze's on his tail. McLaughlin is looking for a pass. He's under pressure by Winchester, who does win the ball. That's well won. Luke O'Nien has it in his own box. He plays it back to McFadzean. McFadzean nearly gives the ball away, but Luke O'Nien gets the ball, runs it out of the box and gives it to Dion Sanderson. Dion Sanderson goes along to the right side, looking for Jordan Jones, who will control it. Brings it down to O'Brien now. O'Brien under pressure and has the ball taken off him. I think that's Connell has the ball now. Gives it back to McShane, who gives it to Morley at left back. Morley just approaching the halfway line and switches the ball to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, just in our own half, gives it back to Usho. I swear to God, Rochdale aren't doing anything with this ball. McShane now. McShane to Morley at left back. Plays the ball forward to, I believe that's Barr now. I think Barr and Grant have switched sides. Humphreys to Barr. Barr back to Morley. Morley looks for the switch to McLaughlin. And he does find McLaughlin. So great touchdown. McLaughlin heading towards McFadzean. Plays the ball down line to Grant. Grant now down the right side of our box. Back to McLaughlin. Under pressure. Knocks it back to Slauzennesi, or whatever his name is. But it's intercepted. And Sunderland win a free kick. To the comments, Jack.
Is that on the end of his name, do you know? Is it, or whatever his name is? Is that his second name? Anyway, Michael, yeah, Michael, I don't think you're going to be very happy with this one, but Luke Darby says, game over. Now let's make a statement. But Super Roker Raw, as always, is tuning in from Edmond, Canada. Morning to you over there. Raymond Elgar, I think that's Dino's dad, has said, Hull a 1-0 up. Josh Bell saying, perfect ball. Someone else is in agreement with him as well. Yeah, it was a great ball in from Jones. No, we didn't mention that. There's Stephen Marshall against his great cross from Jones. Wyke is all about the service, but yeah, it was a great cross in from Jones, and obviously a very well taken header from Charlie Wyke.
It was, and we launched the ball forward, and it went straight to Bazuno. Bazuno rolls it out to McShane, who gives it out to the left to Morley. I've realised Morley's supposed to be playing centre mid, but he keeps going to left back. Morley plays it inside.
Ping the ball like across the field.
All right. Morley has the ball. Plays it back to McShane. McShane has it and gives it to Usho on the right side of their half. Usho plays it along to Morley on the left side of the park, just in their own half. He looks for the long ball, looking for Humphreys. Humphreys does try and bring it down, but Dion Sanderson knocks the ball, knocks him down, and is it a free kick? I don't think it's a free kick. And Lee Birch has the ball, knocks it out to the left to Luke O'Nien, who gives it out to the touchline to McFadzean, who plays it inside to Max Power. Max Power now, under pressure by Slaunesi, gives it inside to Carl Winchester. Winchester turns on the ball now. He's got so much time, he can pick any player out he wants, and he'll just give it to the right to Younger, who plays it inside to Dion Sanderson. Sanson out to the left to Luco 9. We're just playing about in our own half, yeah, because Rochdale aren't offering anything. They're not pressing. We can just keep the ball, and we're just keeping the ball. We're not going to amongst ourselves. And Carl Winchester just nearly give the ball away. He's touch let him down, but he recovered the ball and gives it to Max Power. Max Power on the right side knocks it to the touchline to Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones cuts inside under pressure by Barr. He tries to cut inside, and he's running back to the halfway line, and he will just run across the pitch and gives it to the left to Luke 9, just in our own half now, who plays it inside to McGeady. McGeady will spin. McGeady coming into the centre, gives a lovely ball out to O'Brien. O'Brien now, just on the edge of the box, coming inside, gives it out to McGeady, but it's intercepted by, I think that is O'Connell, and O'Connell will give a pass out, and it's I don't know if he's given a free kick here or a throw in to Rochdale, but to the comments, Jack.
Yeah, Santiago Pulido Fernandez says, all the love from Mexico, Sunderland till I die. Thank you for tuning in. We're glad you're Sunderland until you die. We all are here. Aaron Fisher says, do you think we'll get another clean sheet? Of course we will, Aaron. And Dimas Admojo W says, come on, lads. Love from Indonesia. Wash your hands. Yes, continue to wash your hands. Back to you, Dino.
Anyway, Banzuno gives it just on the edge of the box to Usho, who gives it across to McShane. McShane and Morley. Morley at the left back position where he's been most of the game. He's under pressure by John Jones. He will go along looking for the run of Keohan, but it's went straight through to Lee Burge. Just drops it down in front of Dion Sanderson. Sanderson gives it out to the left to Luke 9. Luke 9 gives it to Carl Winchester. Winchester will spin. Looking for a pass. He gives it to Max Power. Max Power under pressure by Humphreys. Turns on the ball and gives it back to Dion Sanderson. We're hitting the 45th minute mark here at the Stadium of Light. And Luke 9 has the ball. Luke 9 plays it out to McFadden on the touchline. He gives it back to Luke 9. Luke 9 inside to Carl Winchester, who gives it back over to McGeady now. McGeady just crosses the halfway line. He's under pressure by Grant. He turns on the ball and he gives it back to Carl Winchester. Carl Winchester looking for a pass and he switches it out to the right. It's 2 minutes of added time now. 2 minutes of added time. Jones has the ball on the right side of the box. He's under pressure by two players. And is he fouled there? The referee has not given a foul, and Barr will come away with the ball. Barr cuts inside, goes past one. John Jones is chasing him, and John Jones brings him down purposely, you could say, and he's going to get a yellow card for that. Michael, overall, are you pleased with the first half?
Yeah. You can't, well, you tune up, you can't complain, can you? I would have liked to have been in a more comfortable position, but obviously, look, we're not going to, I know quite a few teams have beaten Rochdale comfortably, but either way, this game was just about winning it. I think we just got to see this out to half-time and then try and get through the game as much as possible in the second half. Try and push for more goals, but don't go too far into third gear, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I do agree. Anyway, they've played the ball down to Humphreys on the left side of the box. Humphreys under pressure by Carl Winchester. Intercepted by Jordan Jones, who will hump the ball upfield. Connell will bring it down and knocks the ball forward. And I think, is that not a handball, ref? Of course it's not. Anyway, Barr has it on the left side now. Barr coming inside, switches it out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin just on the centre circle. Plays it inside to Connell. Connell to Slow Nessie, who gives it out to the right to McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries to go out on the outside of McFadden. Whips the ball in. Header. It's headed away there by, I believe that's Oliver Young. That's a very good clearance. To the comments, Jack.
Yeah, Daniel Jenks is a brilliant cross in the lead of the goal. White contributing like the machine. Continuing, like the machine. He is. Chris Law says he's got to give it to Johnson. He says he didn't think he was the man at the start, but he's completely changed as we do it at a completely different side. Rivaldi, Gustian, hi to you. Josh Bell says McGeady looked rapid there. Some people saying the goal was apparently questionable. Chris Smith says we scored on Michael's watch. We scored on Dino's watch. Jack, catch up, lol. I think I was ahead, actually.
Corner in, and it's a bit of a scramble in the box. I don't know what's happened, but Lee Burge has somehow managed to come out with the ball. Lee Burge, it looks like it's going to be blown for half-time, and I believe it is half-time at the Stadium of Light. And it's Sunderland 2, Rochdale 0.
Yes. Lads, obviously a very successful first half. 2-0 up. Rochdale haven't challenged us much. It's been the odd time where we went, there was, of course, I think, their left-back from about a yard out kind of put it all over the bar. But lads, overall, a very, very successful first half. Dino, what are your thoughts on it?
Don't get us wrong. I feel like Rochdale have been very, very poor. I mean, they're 2-0 down and they don't even look like they want the ball off. We're passing round the back four and there's no one pressing. We could deliberately just keep the ball in the back four, but that would lead to a boring game. But they're not offering. Don't get us wrong. They've had the chances. Kieran had a chance where he skied over the bar, and they've just had a little scramble there just before the half-time whistle. But other than that, they haven't offered anything. And you could put that down to us closing them down. But when we've had the ball, I feel like them have been very poor off the ball, closing us down.
I think it's been a mix of the two. I don't think Rochdale have quite challenged us much. But in the same breath, I think we've dealt with more or less everything that came our way. Of course, they did get that in behind once. But in the midfield, at the very least, we seem to be winning the midfield battle. Mr. Bowers, how are you? How much are you pleased with that first half performance? Is there anything else you'd like to see done differently?
Well, obviously, I think second half, like I said to you, I think second half, I would think if we can get, say, 3-0 up, then I would start to, it depends really, because on the one hand, today is a good chance, if we want it enough, to get our goal difference up. Really get it up. Because Rochdale, like Dino said, I think so far in that first half, they had one very good chance, which I think Keohan should have scored, really. And then the other one was a scramble, but we've got through both of those. If we can limit them and restrict them, then just go for it. Just try and get more goals. But on the other hand, I also want to try and keep the squad a bit fresh because Tuesday's a massive game. I know we can't think too far ahead. We've got to deal with this second 45 minutes first, but that's a huge game at Portsmouth. And I think we need to, if it looks like with a half an hour to go that the game's definitely done, or more, all but officially done, get some changes off, get McGuire off. I would even say get Wyckoff, just get some crucial players off, just get players on that are going to be industrious for the last stages of the game and just sort of see it through. But so first half, to be fair, two very, very good headers. And I will say, mind you, I'm just looking at it back, what a ball that was from Jones for the second goal. Absolutely quality. And again, two excellent headers. So good, successful first half, hopefully the same second half.
Yeah, something that I wanted to mention at the start of the stream and I completely forgot, but just while I'm man, I want to say a massive congratulations to Paul from Fans React on the birth of his baby daughter yesterday. We hope everything's well with her and well with her and her mother, of course. But more importantly, we hope she grows up to be a massive Sunderland fan. Just quickly as well, 205 people watching, 139 likes. If you wouldn't mind, just pressing that thumbs up icon. If you're on the live chat, you just have to quickly close it. Take you 1 second, hit the thumbs up icon.
Try and get to 150 before the start of the second half.
That would be a very good Bowers. 200 by the end of the stream is always our goal. Just going to quickly go onto the live chat. Ziploc is saying he thinks it's been a strange game. Anyway, there's a bit of a debate going on about Oliver Younger there, and that was going to be our next topic. Dino, how do you think he's got on in his first 45 minutes?
Defensively, he looks okay. He's getting challenges in. He's just cleared one. He's probably just cleared one away for what would have probably been a goal, because I think Ushu was just about to head one in there, and Oliver Younger got there before him. I think going forward, I don't think his job today was to go forward. I think it was just basically just do a job defensively. I don't think his game is about going forward and getting crosses in. But I mean, he's done okay. I'm not going to grumble. We've still kept the clean sheet. What?
You're not going to grumble?
No, I'm not going to grumble. I mean, he's a young kid. He's a young kid. He hasn't made a mistake. He's been okay, and I can't complain about that.
Yeah, I think defensively he's been perfectly fine. I think that's all he's been brought in to do. I don't think for 1 second he was brought in to be the player who's going to be going forward and creating chances for us. Mr. Bowers, how would you assess Oliver Younger's 45 minutes today?
I think that Younger's done all right. I think that obviously he hasn't had as much to do today than, say, if he was to start against Portsmouth. I mean, look, don't get, and I've watched them do well second half now, I've said that, but either way, he hasn't had to do as much in that first half, and I think he's been a bit erratic sometimes. Not erotic, as Phil likes to try and say, but he's been a bit hasty on the ball when he's trying to get balls forward, but at the same time, it's, you've got to deal with what's in front of you. You've got to it's a good time to get your debut. Like I said, just get yourself in the team, League One, because then there's a good chance you could get yourself a longer contract and all that. But I think he's been all right in general. I think that there's definitely something in there if we coach him and manage him.
Oh, is he frozen again? Michael, you have to put a coat on. Looks like you're freezing. Maybe a bit cold in your house. Clearly, he hasn't been paying for the the bills, does he, to keep
Hang on.
his house warm?
I'll leave and come back again.
Oh, there's no need to come back again, Michael. Oh, he's went.
Hi,
Anyway,
Michael.
bye. Yes, whoever it is who's got control of the stream, yeah, just make sure he doesn't come back. Only joke, of course, we love Michael. Josh Bell on the live chat hasn't been impressed with Younger so far, so he's getting caught out too much. Saying apparently Power having a go at Jones because he's not tracking back. Apparently it's Younger's fault, so clearly not everyone thinks Younger's having a good game, which is more than fair enough. Dino, I think it was one of you or Michael were touching on it there, but with how big of a game it is going into Tuesday now, and personally, I don't want to be, naive, but I can't really see Rochdale getting back into this game and nicking any points from it. Would you look to change much to rest players going into Tuesday now? What we have 2 goals?
Hey, I'm not being funny. We can't say at 2-0 we're safe. We were 2-0 down.
I'm not saying safe. I'm just saying I'll be very surprised if Rochdale get back in the game. Looking at their previous results, looking how the first half's gone, looking how comfortable we are. I can't really see them, getting 2 and then us not scoring as well. That's what I was saying.
Well, we are Sunderland, and we've given away leads before. You've got to look at it like this. We were 2-0 down against Crewe. We didn't even look like we were going to get into it, and it was 2 worldies. I mean, I know them might not have the players capable of doing worldies, but they might just carve out 2 chances. They've already had 1 chance, what they should have buried, and it went over the bar. So let's not count them out, because that's the mistake what we will probably make going out in the second half, thinking we're 2-0 up, we're cruising. They might come out a totally different team second half. You just don't know. So let's get the third and make sure, because when you're 3-0 up, I mean, that's when it's kind of game over. But I would prefer 1 more goal. On resting players, I mean, do you take Charlie White off, because he is banging goals in? You could bring someone like Vokins on, try and get him a bit confidence on over on McFadzean's side, because McFadzean does have a yellow card, and you don't want to risk going down to 10 men. It would be nice to see Dan Neil come in, maybe give him a little go. And you've got Diamond to come on because I know Jordan Jones is on a yellow card. Let's not risk getting a man sent off, really. So if anyone's got a yellow card, bring them off.
Right, okay. Just on the bench there, very quickly, obviously Remy Matthews, I can't see any reason why we'd bring him on, but Chris McGuire, Josh Scowen, Jack Diamond, Dan Neil, Jake Vokins, Josh Hawkes. Just to clarify, there's no one who you'd be looking to bring on now. At the very least, you'd wait until we'll probably get a 3rd goal, unless someone's on a yellow card, then you might take them off.
I would possibly say, why not bring Vokins on for McFadzean, just so, because McFadzean is prone to giving to fouling.
I think he's been caught out a few times today already. I mean, we're talking about Younger, but there's been a couple of times I think McFadzean's been caught out on the left. Definitely
that's how he got the yellow card. That's how he got the yellow card, because he got caught out. The lad was going to get through, and he brought him down professional foul. Got a yellow card for it, and it might happen again. So bring him off. Just don't risk the red card. And maybe, I mean, I feel like O'Brien's done okay, but you could bring O'Brien off, maybe put McGeady into the centre and bring someone like Diamond on and put Diamond out on the left, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's important to not underestimate Rochdale. Maybe give it 5 to 10 minutes first, but I wouldn't mind, because it's not only is it a big game in midweek against Portsmouth, but then I think it's the finals next weekend, isn't it? That's 2 big games in this. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's 2 big games in the space of only the next week. The likes of McGeady and White, they're going to be very important for the next week, as well as other players, the likes of Sanders and that as well. Just to rest a couple of them could really pay dividends to do that. Quickly back onto the live chat. Justin Rico, good morning to you, tuning in from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. How are the lads? Of course, Ziploc says Lincoln and Hull are winning. Tony Lee says Dodgy has the best Sunderland shirt on. It is a beautiful shirt, isn't it? Indeed. Dino's is rubbish, so isn't it? There's no such thing as a rubbish Sunderland shirt. Actually, I'll retract that. Yeah, I mean, can you see Rochdale getting back into this game? I know you were saying, the game isn't over and finished, but are you not of the same confidence as me, thinking this is done now? Really?
Don't get us wrong. They haven't offered anything really. They look so lackadaisical on the ball. They're not pressing, but they could just have 2 moments of magic like we did. I mean, there was 50 minutes to go in the game against Crewe. Was it Crewe? There was 50 minutes to go, and didn't look like we were going to get back in it. And then it was just 2 wonder strikes. I mean, it is possible. Don't get us wrong. It is possible for them to score 2 wonderful wonder strikes, but So, like, for me, get the third goal. Just get the third goal, I would say.
Well, we're just waiting on Michael coming back, really. It'd be nice to ask him all of these questions, but he's
charging his phone. He's charging his phone.
Well, hopefully be back joining us very soon. Anyway, just I'm going to give one more quick mention to it. We need them in by tomorrow, but if you have any pictures or any videos of you in and around London, specifically Wembley, of previous visits to Wembley, or if you watch us from around the world, please do send a little supportive message in if you can. Just tell us who you are, where you're from, and a little supportive message for Sunderland. You know, if you want to tell us why you supported Sunderland or anything like that, because I know some people around the world end up supporting us for various reasons, or maybe you actually born and raised in Sunderland and move, and whatever it is, just a short little supportive message for the lads going into the game at Wembley, pictures and videos in and around Wembley, we much appreciated. You can email us, it's on the screen now, SAFC Fan TV 73@gmail.com, or use our social media platforms, which is SAFC Fan TV on Twitter and Instagram, and SAFC Fan TV 73 on Facebook. We need them in by tomorrow, though. If they're not in by tomorrow, I can't guarantee they'll be in the video. That's the only thing. So please do, if you can, get them in by tomorrow to any of the ways we've just mentioned to contact us. And here he is, the main man. He's back, Michael Bowers. Michael, is your phone in charge now, Michael?
Well, it's charging a bit. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, it seems fine to me.
Okay. Keep it like this for the minute then. Yeah, it's doing all right at the minute. Obviously this takes a lot out of it, so I've just had to charge it for a little bit, but hopefully I'll be able to last the next 15-20 minutes at the very least.
Yeah. You don't tend to last that long, do you? You don't tend to last that long, Michael. To quickly jump onto the live chat. Swiftly moving on. Josh says, I don't think I realised Dion Sanderson is the same age as Oliver Younger. Oh, well, that's interesting. I mean, different players develop at different rates as well. I mean, Sanderson is, of course, a cut above, really, especially for his age. Luke Darby, Dino, you're going to start to disagree with him, says, the game is done. Now we make more chances for more goals. Dave Watson, of course, says if things stay the way they are, and we beat Portsmouth on Tuesday, it's an 8-point gap. I'm not sure. I'm not looking too much in. I mean, I'll do a little bit, of course, but I try not to look at how other teams are doing, where they are, league positions. I just think if we can do everything on, that's all we can do. Go on, Michael.
I'll just tell you a score at half time. You might have seen, but if you haven't, you'll be shocked by it. Northampton 4, Portsmouth 0.
I mean, that's me saying I don't like the team's results, but
no, honestly, I was checking it right because I saw there were 2-0 down, and then I looked at the halftime scores, and they're 4-0 down. Now, but the reason I say that is because we could go into if we win this game, obviously, you could go into Portsmouth, and their confidence could be rock bottom. I mean, like really. There you go. It's on the screen now. It'll be on, but it's on my screen now anyway. You'll see for yourself.
Yeah, I'll quickly read out the scores actually. In and around League One. Sorry, Mike, I'll come back in just a second, just while the scores are on, of course. Gillingham 3, Ipswich 1, obviously a decent result for us. Northampton Town 4, Portsmouth 0, again a good result for us. Lincoln 1, Crewe 0, Oxford United 0, Charlton 0, Wigan 1, MK Dons 0, Doncaster 1, Plymouth 0, Shrewsbury 0, Fleetwood 1, Accrington 2, Swindon Town 1, Burton Albion 0, Peterborough 0, Blackpool 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, and Hull 1, Bristol Rovers 0. What were you going to say, Michael? Sorry.
No, I was just saying as that. I was saying, Crew, you turned up against us last week. Can you do the same today, please? That'd be quite nice. But either way, we've just got to make sure that this second half we just do our own business, get the win, see it out. And then, like I said, we could go into the game on Tuesday with Pompey being at rock bottom. And I mean really rock bottom. But getting beat 4-0 off Northampton. Obviously, you don't know what's going to happen in the second half, but still, like it could be potentially a good time to play Portsmouth. But obviously, let's get this game done first.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't read out the name because I think it's written in Korean, but saying supporting Sunderland from Korea. So thank you for supporting the club over in Korea. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, the one with Jamie Vardy's picture. There you go. It was on screen there. Michael, we were just talking about substitutions. Is there any that you would make going into the second half right now?
Who's on the bench again?
Off the top of my head, Matthews. In fact, I'll read it out to you.
I'll tell you.
Go on, Dino. You do it. In fact, while you do it, I'm just going to pop off just for one moment, but I'll be back in time for the second half starting.
No problem,
okay.
Mate. You've got Chris McGuire, Josh Scowen, Remy Matthews, Jack Diamond, Daniel Neal, Jake Vokins, and Josh Hawkes.
I would say that if if, say, by the hour mark, say we get another goal and we're 3-0 up by the hour mark, I'd get McGeady and Jones off, and I would get McGuire and Diamond on, and who's the other one? Josh Scowen. I think I'd be Chesney. God, I think I would be tempted to get Josh Scowen in there, just maybe give one a power Winchester, just freshen it up a bit, just give them a bit of extra rest time ahead of Tuesday, and then maybe if the game's and say the last 20 minutes the game's really done, then get maybe Wyckoff and get Is Josh Hawkes a striker? I'm sure he's a forward.
I don't know if he's. I don't know. I think he's an attacking midfielder. I believe so.
Okay, well, in which case, put him out on the wing, put McGuire up top, sorted. There you go. There's.
Well, you could even put O'Brien up front. You could put O'Brien up front if you keep him on.
Yeah. Well, what would you do then?
What I would do.
Goal and we're 3-0 up by the hour mark, for instance. What would you do in that situation?
What I would do if we're playing the 4-2-3-1, I think you should go. You should bring maybe McGee. You should bring either maybe bring Jones off. Put Diamond on the left. Put O'Brien out on the right and put McGeady in centre just behind. I don't really know. Put McGuire on for O'Brien, centre attacking mid. Bring McGeady off or Jones off for Diamond. Put Jake Vokins on for McFadzine just for the yellow card. And maybe bring Dan Neil on for 10 minutes for Winchester. Say that again, sorry, you cut out.
Terry would be delighted at that, wouldn't he? Bringing Dan Neil on.
Well, he's on the bench. You might as well see what he's got. Do you know what I mean? Oh, and Jack's back.
There we go. Let's get the party started.
Back.
Jack's what?
Jack's back.
Captain Jack is back.
Captain? I'll take that, Michael.
Captain Jack. Captain Jack.
There we go.
Michael, I think you might need to plug your headphones in, mine, because the audio keeps cutting out. By the way, the players are back on the pitch.
Yes, I think if everything's all right with you, I think we'll be going to you to commentate first. Very quickly though, Max Flint Morgan says upstate in New York, remote mountains.
Yeah, sorry, lads. I'm more than that. Right, I'll do the next 15. That's fine. That's fine. I'll do the first 15 minutes of the second half.
Wonderful story.
Sunderland, I believe it kicked off.
Beginning to support Sunderland.
Yeah. Okay. On, sorry, just I was about to start again. Yet again, a free kick has been given. I think it's a foul on Charlie Wyke. Hang on, is it a foul? Yeah, I think it's Charlie Wyke. He's clutching at at his legs. I'm hoping he's just a bit winded, but he's still standing though. So that looks promising at least, or so I hope. Let's see what happened here. So basically, it was it just looked like it looks like it was a clash of knees, and it looks like Wyke's just feeling that a bit. He's just been hobbling a little bit, so I think we're just taking it easy for a couple of minutes, just see what happens. Yeah.
Wrap that man in cotton wool, like.
Exactly. If there's even a slight niggle in his kneecap or something, then get him off. Just try and see him for future games. But hopefully it's something that he's just got a temporary bit of pain. Hopefully he'll be able to walk it off. He's just coming in towards the touch line. It looks like he might just get on the sidelines for a moment or two, as it was a free kick to Rochdale, who have taken it quickly and then now passing it between their back line again. Paul McShane's got it. Sunderland aren't pressing at the minute. Nope, Charlie White's back on the pitch. That's good signs. Anyway, long ball forwards. His defence going to deal with it. Yep, it's comfortably into the arms of Lee Burge. Sanderson and O'Neill are either side of him, in and around the penalty box. McFadzean's got the ball, left-hand side. He's looking to try and bring the ball out.
Oh, no.
Passes it back to Luke O'Neill, though, just in front of the box, and he's just searched it across to the right to Sanderson. So obviously Sunderland are attacking right to left second half. Obviously Rochdale left to right. Sanderson goes forward. He's aiming for Jordan Jones. I can't remember who it is for left back for Rochdale, but it looks like he might have headed out for a throw-in. No, he hasn't, but Jones has got it. He's just been outnumbered there, though, and he's lost it. Rochdale are interested to see what they try second half, but they've just given the ball away again. White received it deep. Jones is now running down our right, their left, but he's lost out. Rochdale have now got the ball again, trying to pass it down their own back line. Paul McShane's got it. He's passed it backwards towards the keeper, and who's in turn given it back to Paul McShane, just in front of Rochdale's penalty box. Now we're down Rochdale's left, our right-hand side. It's just I think it's been a pretty slowed up. Obviously, it's only been about 2.5 minutes, but I think it's been quite a slow tempo the second half. Anyway, McFadzean's got it. Forward ball through. Was to McGeady, passed it back to Winchester. Now Dion Sanderson has the ball. Forward to Oliver Younger, who obviously playing right back. He's trying to get the ball forward. Jordan Jones tried to get hold of it, and he has managed to get it to a throw-in to Sunderland. Anything in the comments there, Jack?
Yeah, Luke Derby against him. We've already won the game. He's very persistent, said, but possibly not to make many changes. Justin Rico
Is this the deal, fan?
No, I don't think so. Justin Rico says able to watch the stream from home instead of work. Raymond Elgar, Dino's dad, says Plymouth are 2-0 down.
Okay. Anyways, it had gone back and played very briefly, but it's now yet another throw-in to Sunderland. To Rochdale. My mistake. And Keohan is the guy who is going to take this. He's just done so. Forward towards the centre of the pitch, but Sunderland managed to win it back. Power managed to get hold of the ball back, and Charlie White was trying to press Paul McShane. Hasn't quite worked. They're now trying to pass the ball down to the right hand side. Ryan McLaughlin's got it, but he's passed it back to the keeper despite pressure from Aidan McGeady down Sunderland's left, down Rochdale's right hand side. It's pretty much become the typical head tennis portion of the game, which we always seem to have in this league.
That phrase again, head tennis. I was waiting.
Yeah, the head tennis. I'm swear to God that's going to be the common phrase. Carl Winchester is down, however. I don't know whether he was winded or whether there's something the matter with him, but it looks like the game is going to be stopped for a minute or two. Anything else in the comments there, Jack?
Yeah, Jonathan Lamb says good chance that Pompey Boss will get sacked. Yeah, it is looking likely. Portsmouth not in the greatest form recently. I know there's a lot of fans.
Could they wait till after Tuesday?
For a little while now, but I think it would be. Yeah, I can't see them sacking them before Sunderland at home and then the cup final. Scowen looks to be coming on for Winchester potentially there.
Looks like he is.
Yes, a fan from North Korea. I'm sorry, mate. I had no idea what that name is, but North Korea makes me feel bad. I'm a South Korean, and I'm watching Sunderland documentary on Netflix. Most of my documentaries. That is a nice story, mate. That you watched our documentary and you decided that you took a liking to the club. For the documentary, that's a nice story. Winchester he's got back up again, but Scowen looks as if he's ready to come on.
Scowen's going to come on.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think...
Sorry, Jack, the ball's back in play again.
Go on.
Sorry, anyway, Rochdale got it. It's pretty much the same slow start the second half, although there's a long ball forward that gets through it. I think number 22's Bar, but I could be wrong here, down the right-hand side. He puts put a bit of a overhit ball in. Rochdale are just trying to get themselves forward, but McGeady's managed to win the loose ball. Now McFadzean's trying to sprint down the left, our left there, right-hand side, back towards McGeady, but I think it's number 22's Bar. He managed to intercept it, managed to read what the pass was going to be. Now Rochdale had the ball, so you see how they reacted this second half. Rochdale appealed for a free kick despite from a tackle, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I think that's Carl Winchester. And okay, Powers received the ball. Oliver Younger's now got it. We're in Rochdale's half yet again. Jordan Jones is down the right hand side. Sorry, he's trying to cut inside. Is he going to put a cross in? It looks like he's trying to put a ball in the box, and Paul McShane deflects it out for a corner to Sunderland. So we're just going to be waiting to see what happens with this. Okay, Jack, anything else in the comments?
Yeah, Leonardo Scripture is joining us from Brazil again. Corinthians fan, thank you for joining in, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Jaro Ruening, sorry if I butchered your name, mate, says, what do you think of the chances? What do you think of the chances of teams dropping points around us? Yeah, it's looking likely at the moment. Positive thing, really, isn't it? Really, is Scowen and McGuire looking to be coming on, Michael? Double sub.
Younger's coming off.
Yep, it's a double change. Josh Scowen is Carl Winchester's coming off for Josh Scowen, and I think Oliver Younger's coming off. I'm sure I saw his name on the board. McGuire's come on either way. We'll find out any second now who he is replacing, but I'm pretty sure I saw number 35 on the score on the subs board. Yeah, Oliver Younger's coming off. So does that mean that? What does that mean then? Power's going right back now or something? Has to be. Anyway, ball into the box from the corner, overhit, and it is as far as Chris McGuire, left hand side, and it looks like it was off. I don't know what's happened here.
I don't think the ball came in play.
What looks like a goal. It must have been a goal. It must have gone out of play then. Oh, that must have been what's happened then. Anyway, Rochdale now got the ball in their own centre halves. Paul McShane's now received it. just looking to see if he's going to try and bring it out to see where his options are. Only Wyke from Sunderland is really forward in their faces, but I suppose you can kind of understand it. We're 2-0 up, and especially with the big game on Tuesday, you don't want to exert too much energy in the second half, as long as you're robust and do your jobs at the back. So Rochdale trying to pass it back again. Jones trying to press him.
I was just saying,
yeah, nice little alliteration. Anyway, keeper Rochdale kicks it forward. Keeper from Rochdale kicks it forward, and it is a free kick to Rochdale for some reason. 09's been penalised for something. I guess a replay will tell us what it is. I guess it must have just been a 50-50 or a slight coming together, but either way, Rochdale have a free kick, 53 minutes gone. Dino, what's your thoughts so far, even though obviously a bit of the second half's been taken up because of injuries? Stoppages, but still.
It's just been one of them where, like, no one's really done anything. No one's really stamped their authority on this.
Humphreys has got a chance here. Oh, what a save from Burge.
Save.
Oh. Yes, well done, Burge. Well.
Don't know how Humphreys
Can I just say it?
Either way, that's a good save.
Them have done that twice or 3 times to us.
Need to switch on.
Maybe in some ways that's a good thing they've had a chance, because it alerts us to the fact, right, this game's not done yet. So contrary to whoever it was that said it, the game definitely is not done yet. Rochdale have a corner from the left-hand side, which they get to the box, but it's headed away by Chris McGuire. Is Aidan McGeady going to get to the loose ball? No, he's not. Oh, McGuire tried to get hold of it. Powers got the ball. He's now gone on to the right to Aidan O'Brien. Forward to Aidan McGeady, who does his typical skills. Passes it down towards Max Power, who looks like he has switched to right-back position. Passes it backwards towards Lee Burge. Luke O'Nine's right next to him, and he gets the ball. O'Nine's passes it down towards Callum McFadzean, who passes it back to Luke O'Nine. He's getting pressured, although it looks like as McFadzean was brought down, as he passed the ball backwards, he has won Sunderland a free kick. 54 minutes gone. Still Sunderland 2, Rochdale 0. And there goes the typical EFL cameraman, who's now decided to show us Lee Johnson. Not quite sure why, unless the cameraman must seem to have a crush on him. Who knows?
You never know, Michael.
Yeah, I think that's Far who's given a foul on McFadzean.
Can I just say, speaking of
who knows? Anyway, Sunderland have took the free kick. It's just been passed around our own back line now. Oh, go on. Anyway, Lee Burge has kept the ball for. Has managed to receive it. Need to get it down. McGuire's got the ball in Sunderland's own half, and he's just given it away. I think we've been a little bit sloppy, but we managed to win it back though. It's a typical thing. This seem to give the easy balls away, but then we managed to win it back. Ian McGeady's left-hand side. He's got the ball back to Luke O'Nine. Josh Gowan's in front of him and Dion Sanderson. Sanderson's now in turn got the ball. Power down the right-hand side, but the ball pass was slightly too heavy, and it looks like Power's now got the ball. It's a very scrappy start the second half. Anyway, Aidan O'Brien's passed it out on the right-hand side towards Jordan Jones. O'Brien's ahead of him. Power's behind him. Power's passed the ball forward towards Chris McGuire, who looks like he might be behind the front. He might be behind Charlie Wyke. I don't know whether it's still a 4-2-3 or not, but either way, McGuire looks to be more central than wide. McGuire's now passed it again to Luke O'Nine. I'm assuming he's going to pass it to Callum McFadzean. No, he's not. He's managed to get away from his marker and pass the ball forward to Josh Gowan inside Rochdale's half again. So decent bit of play from Sunderland. McGeady put interchange towards McFadzean. McGeady's now got the ball left-hand side of the box, and he's been tackled. And it looks like it's going to be a go-in. I can't see who. I'm guessing to Rochdale, because McGeady doesn't look very happy, unless that was for the tackle that he got just a moment ago. I think it looks like it looks like he's sarcastically applauding the ref. He's still having a go. Oh, McGeady, just like go on. Anyways, Ryan McGutton is taking the throw in. Here comes the Rory Delap style long throw in. Anyway, Sunderland have intercepted it though. Aidan O'Brien got it towards Aidan McGeady, who got it to Charlie Wyke to try and get to Aidan O'Brien, but it's been miss-hit. Rochdale have got it, and they pushed it back to the goalkeeper, who's cleared it long, but only as far as Dion Sanderson. Yeah, I can see what you mean there. Right now, at the minute, they just seem content to have the ball, which, as long as we can do our jobs defensively, then that'll suit us. But you obviously want to try and push for more goals. Sunderland are just keeping the possession at the moment, really. So far, the second half, in terms of chances for Sunderland, nothing's happened. Jordan Jones, however, has just given away a free kick on their left-hand side. Jack, anything else in the comments? It's been a while since I've asked you.
Yes, Dino, you've got a little fan on the live chat. Justin Rico says, can he stay with you when he comes to Sunderland, when he plans his trip to Sunderland, when the pandemic's over? Can he, Dino?
Unfortunately, there's no room at the inn, mate, unfortunately.
There's no room that we don't make our bed by 8:15 in the evening.
I can play, Michael.
Yeah. That's just going to be the new constant. That should be on merchandise. Dino's bed not being made. Yeah, well,
we don't swing as a studio merchandise.
The free kick is given away. Looks not quite sure. But by the way, I will just point out someone's just messaged me saying get in Burton. So I'm guessing Burton must have taken Peterborough. But anyway, we'll deal with that later on. Barr looks like he's going to get a yellow card. There was a stoppage in play for a good 30 seconds. So yeah, Barr for Rochdale has been yellow carded. Dare I say Barr humbug, even though it's not Christmas time. Yes, terrible joke. I don't care. Anyway, Luke Online standing over the ball, and he's managed to get it long to aiming towards Charlie Wyke. Hasn't quite win the header. Thank you, Jack. Anyway, Rochdale have got the ball again. Chris McGuire tried to get dispossessed. Whoever it was that has the ball, not quite, but now Ryan McGutton's got the ball. Ryan McGutton's looks like he had a bit of pace there. Scowen's managed to catch up to him, though. Just make it a physical battle. Make it as ugly as possible. Rochdale, we're being forced Rochdale back a bit, but now Humphreys has it on the edge of the penalty area. right hand side, but he's been dispossessed by the looks of it by Josh Scowen, and Callum has seen it out for a goal kick to Sunderland. Dino, thoughts on the first 13, well now soon to be 14 minutes of this second half?
Well, the worrying thing is them have had the best chance of the half. That was the free kick. Other than that, we haven't really threatened them, which is a bit worrying. So it just shows that Rochdale have upped their performance this second half because them have had the best chance. But we've made changes. We've had a couple of injuries. I still have confidence the lads will see this out.
And Michael will be getting back to us in
hopefully. And by the way, as you saw on your screen there, apparently Burton are 2-0 up against Peterborough.
Yeah, Keith
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 2000. Well, hey, think of it this way. Yeah, I'm only going to be commentating for another minute. Yeah, well, I didn't know they were 1-0 up, but apparently they're now 2-0 up. Anyway, you're going to have me commentate only for another minute or so you'll get someone who's not stony. Rochdale have got the ball, long ball forward again. They're trying to aim for their left, our right-hand side, and they have managed to find their winger, Max Powers, trying to stand him up, but he's let him run past side. It's just outside the box, but we've managed to intercept the pass. Jordan Jones has hoofed it clear as far as Charlie Wyke. Is he going to be able to keep? We're going to keep all the possession. McGuire somehow managed to keep hold of the ball. It's very good. Wyke's now just keeping the possession and managed to just beat the press. And now, yeah, very well. I agree, Dino. Very well done here, but we managed to give it away yet again. So I'm contradicting myself. It's now the Rochdale keeper has now got it. Paul McShane's just got the ball. It's just been for me, I don't know what you guys, you might disagree with. For me, I think it's been a very, very it's almost been a non-event second half. The best thing I can remember is Humphreys having that chance. But apart from that, pretty dull, which you could say is a good thing. I'll let whoever's going to commentate go over because nothing's happening.
Yeah, I think we're saying I was going to say the middle 15 for each half. If someone can keep an eye on the live chat, that would be very much appreciated. As Rochdale have the ball and they look to be bringing it forward now. Aidan O'Brien wins the ball, finds Aidan McGeady just over the halfway line. McGeady cutting back onto his right foot. Pings the ball at the right-hand side. Jones takes it down over on the right. Jones crosses it in. McShane is able to get there, but he doesn't quite clear it. Number 6, I think that's O'Connor comes in, and then it is, kind of cleared. Hooked on again. Number 6 with the header down into, I think that's Morley. No, maybe not. Scowen getting himself stuck in there, but unfortunately gives a free kick away to Rochdale. Dino, have you got anything on the live chat?
Yeah, MBCT Sports. Thank you, SAFC Fan TV. Love you guys. Whenever I don't have SAFC, you're my number one when it comes to Sunderland Live. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Peter Taylor, Zach Bradley, that sums up perfectly. I think they're just having a bit of banter between themselves. Back to you, Jack.
Yeah, as Rochdale are back in play now, the ball is swung out towards their left, our right-hand side. It's taken down as no one really puts any pressure on their number 13, who's left back there. I forgot his name. Morley looks to cross it in the box now, looking for Quado Bow. Try to take it down, but the ball kind of bounced over his foot. Out for a throw-in on the left-hand side, which I'm sure Callum McFadden will go over to take. Let's hope he doesn't try and throw it towards Sanderson this time and throws it up the line. Again, the EFL cameraman showing me Lee Johnson just walking around. I would much rather see what's going on in the pitch, mate, because we're going to come back on. And there we go, as he shows Callum McFadden holding the ball there. Yes, throw it up the line this time, please, mate, which he does do. The ball is thrown forward as it comes back to 09, who nods it down to McFadden. Now it's with Aidan McGeady on the touchline, back to Callum McFadden. McFadden over to Lee Bird, just inside his 6-yard box. He's smashed it forward on his right foot. Looking for Jordan Jones, but unfortunately the ball does go out for a Rochdale throw-in on their left, our right-hand side, which I'm sure they'll want to get taken fairly quickly. It is K here. Is like I'm just going to call him K. Number 13 K. As the ball goes inside now. O'Connor. The ball is intercepted there by Charlie White, and now he finds Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien over towards Aidan McGeady on the left-hand side. He's got Scowl making a run on his left. McGuire on his right. He finds Chris McGuire. McGuire takes the ball down. Finds Jordan Jones in the centre. Bit of a hospital ball that, but he finds Callum McFadzean who swings in across. And McShane, despite stepping over, was the one who managed to get the header as the ball goes out towards our left-hand side. McLaughlin up against McFadzean. McLaughlin swings the ball forward, which only finds Luke 09. He goes inside the number 14, Josh Scowen. Now it's with Chris McGuire in the centre of the pitch over to Max Power, who looks as if he has shifted over to right back since those substitutions were made. That saw Younger and Winchester come off for Scowen and McGuire. Speaking of Scowen, he's got the ball in the centre circle over towards Dion Sanderson now. Looks to be like right centre back, I would describe. He finds Max Power on the touchline, cutting inside now, trying to get into the final 30. Plays it back to Aidan McGeady. McGeady finds O'Brien. Now the ball finds McGeady again. He's got McGuire just to the side of him, who he finds. Power's making a run down the right-hand side, which McGuire, I think he maybe just couldn't, option wasn't quite on. But anyway, the ball does find Power. McGuire back to Max Power, who was under a little bit of pressure there, but he manages to retain possession by finding Josh Scowen, who's inside Rochdale's half. 1-2 with McGeady. Scowen looked for McGuire there, but the pass was misplaced. That is Aidan O'Brien was putting a little bit of pressure on, had his arm sticking up, and the referee blows for a Rochdale free kick inside their own half. Mr. Elgar, what's going on in the comments?
Carbello Bora Nicholas from Colombia Herreco. I think I've probably butchered that, but thanks for tuning in. Leonardo Scripto. Cheers, mate. Following almost every stream. Want to see Sunderland promoted. Well, thanks very much. And Josh, the Posh are losing. Yes. Back to you, Jack.
Great news. As Paul McShane now has the ball over to Rochdale's number 3, who seems to be slotting in as a kind of in the right back or right centre back area, back to the keeper. Now, the keeper who seems very confident with the ball at his feet, and he drills it forward. It's flicked on. McFadzean wins the header, though, and he finds Josh Scowen out on the left-hand side. Scowen knocks it back to Lee Burge, stood just outside his 6-yard box. He plays it over to McFadzean. McFadzean swings it forward, looking for Charlie White, I believe. White does win the header very well, but unfortunately gives a free kick away in the process. As I say, Rochdale have a free kick. Michael, going at the last 25 minutes. Are you confident that we've got this game in the bag now? Is Michael there?
He's on mute.
God. Michael, you're going to have to unmute yourself. Anyway, we're back in play anyways. Paul McShane has the ball and he plays it back to their goalkeeper.
Like so. Hang on a minute.
McLaughlin's header now finds Josh Scowen. McFadzean out on the left-hand side into Josh Scowen, who's just further up the touchline. He's got McGeady to the left, who he passes it over to Aidan McGeady. McGeady trying to cut inside and get a ball in. He finds the one of Callum McFadzean who's getting in the box. He finds Max Power, who's come very centrally from his position at right back over to Aidan McGeady. Nice little turn there as he tries to get the cross in the box, but it is caught by the Rochdale keeper, whose name, of course, is Bazunu. And I am going to say that now, if remembered. His long throw finds Humphreys there, number 9, out on the left-hand side up against Dion Sanderson. Just getting away from him, but Sanderson gets a foot in well, and he finds Jordan Jones, who goes inside of the. Don't know what's happened now because the AFL cameraman decided to show me Dion Sanderson. But anyway, McFadzean has the ball on the edge of our own box. Now it is with Josh Scowen. Again, we're getting a replay when we're still in play. Thank you very much to the AFL cameraman for that. I'm sure. There we go. We've got the ball back. McFadzean into 09. 09 into Josh Scowen. Scowen bringing the ball forward now. McGeady's very central. He finds Aidan O'Brien just on the halfway line, just a touch over to the left-hand side. He's got McFadzean, who he does fine. McFadzean now plays it back to Josh Scowen, who stood just inside our half. Aidan McGeady in the centre circle over towards Max Power on the right-hand side. Power lobbing a ball forward to Chris McGuire on the right wing. He's got Wyke coming into the box, and McShane again there stopping the cross, although it wasn't a very challenging cross from McGuire. But Power did well to intervene there and put it out for a Rochdale throw in. Dino, what's going on in the chat?
Daniel Jenks, the AFL cameraman, is like, "Dear Lee, you probably hear this every day. I'm your biggest fan." Yeah, because the cameraman's been kind of awful today. Conrad Lee, hashtag Ask Danny. I wonder what he means. Dave Arkley, hot dogs. I'm guessing he's having some hot dogs.
Oh, he's calling you a hot dog.
Anthony Lee, hot dogs over tea here too, Conrad. I'm guessing this is Conrad's tea they're talking about. Josh Honeyman got the assist for Hull, back level on assists with McGeady. So Honeyman, ex-Sunderland player, is on assists with McGeady.
Yes, as the throw-in comes back in now. 2 seconds, there we go. But we win the ball back. Jones unfortunately gives it away again. Number 13 for Rochdale. Flicks it back to McShane, who finds McLaughlin. Con, everyone in the live chat, who was the brother of Connor, bringing it over the halfway line. He gets past McGeady and finds number 19, whose pass goes over towards the left-hand side for Rochdale. Now, not a lot of pressure being put on by the Sunderland players as of yet, but, you know, I think where the ball is at the moment, maybe that's not as necessary as it would be in different circumstances. McShane over towards left-back area now, and it is back to Bazunu, the keeper. Bazunu, outside his own box again. As I say, he's very confident with the ball at his feet. He doesn't mind playing it out. Lobs it forward now. Sanderson wins the header. Scowen jumps up, but he doesn't quite win it. McGuire tried to clear it with his left foot, but the ball just went up in the air. McGeady does want to take it down, although it was unchallenged. McGuire now finds Callum McFadzean out on the left-hand side, who tries to take the ball forward. Managed to find White, but the ball comes straight back at us. White does get a foot in there and is out for a Rochdale throw-in. I would hand over to someone, but as always, I'm sure we'll get going straight away as McLaughlin, I think McLaughlin anyway, stood over. Yes, it is McLaughlin there. Stood over the throw-in for Rochdale out on the right-hand side. Throws it in towards their number 6, over now to Paul McShane at centre-back for Rochdale again. Of course, the ex-Sunderland player who Dino rated in his time at Sunderland. Over now to their number 6, that's O'Connell, who swings it forward towards the left-hand side. Number 13 is going out with Max Power, but Max Power came out well there. Keohan is there, number 13. Some nice football now from Rochdale. They're linking up well, but Power hesitate for a moment there, and now Rochdale have the ball out on our left-hand side there. Number 10 has the ball. He plays it back, and Rochdale trying to get an attacker moving. Number 17, a good bit of pressure from Sunderland, is Scowen intercepts there. McGuire trying to build an attack there as he sees off the pressure from the Rochdale player, and he plays a ball forward through to Jordan Jones out on the right-hand side. This could be a problem. An attack for Sunderland. Jones just coming into the box now, trying to find McGeady, but it was intercepted well there. By the Rochdale defender there as they were on the back foot, and the ball didn't quite get over to McGeady. Out for a Sunderland throw-in out on the left-hand side. McFadzean picks the ball. We're just getting the replay there of that now. Jones just coming into the box. McGeady was joining them, but just getting in there first, which I believe Johan Connell, the captain, although it actually wasn't him. Whoever it was a good block to prevent the ball going to Aidan McGeady. I'm sure we're back in play, and now joining us as the linesman is down injured. Is that what you're laughing at, Dino?
Yeah. He's pulling a muscle, I think.
Look, the linesman is injured.
The linesman's down holding his calf, and the fourth officials had to come over. This will be very interesting to see what happens here.
God, imagine getting injured. Imagine getting injured as a linesman. Imagine a linesman.
Well, we've got this stoppage in play, Dino. We're going to quickly take this opportunity to quickly go onto the live chat. Is there anything on there?
Yeah, 672 GPMG. Bauer's internet has resumed a normal service. I do agree. David Spencer says should be at least 4. Be a 4 at least. Jack Ludlow, Dino, where's Hulk Hogan? He's next door watching the scores.
Let's get him in.
David Spencer, game's gone wet. I don't think it's raining, is it?
I don't think so, unless we're that in a metaphorical sense, maybe.
Richie Stubbs, are you starting to believe because we are down here in Angsley, Richie, Kieran, Edwin and Millie, keep the faith? Oh, I think he's saying he's starting to believe. I don't really understand that, but I think he's just saying keep the faith, basically. I know.
Keep the faith. Just want to quickly say 236 people watching us live. If you haven't already, please do leave us like just that thumbs up icon. If you've got the live chat up on your mobile device, you just have to quickly go off the live chat very quickly. Just hit that X button and you'll see you can either give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Whatever you want to give, you can do it. But we would prefer a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the stream, why not give us a thumbs up? Thank you to everyone who subscribed. We hit 5,300 subscribers. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you haven't already, why not do so? Anyway, Dino, back to the live chat. Oh, we've got this little break in player as a Sunderland coach.
Looks like Jack Diamond's coming on.
At the Linesman, and yes, Jack Diamond does appear to be coming on.
Jeremy Duarte, hi from Mexico, guys. Go Sunderland. 1315 Amucha. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering these. Hello, seeing you from Argentina. I'm a fan of Sunderland AR. Sunderland AR.
Is it not R?
It might mean AFC, maybe Sunderland AFC, but you just spelled it wrong. But thanks very much. Anthony Lee, how's Mendina, Argentina? Okay. Bieno, could be 5 points between fourth and first. Good round for us. Adam Fox, let's get it to 200 plus. Yeah, if we can get the 200 plus likes, that would be absolutely great. We do always try and aim for 200 plus likes. We're what now, about 160?
I don't know. I just said it, didn't I? I'll have a little look. You never know. I might have got 200 by the time I go look, if we're lucky. But that'll be all of me Christmases and birthdays rolled into one. We are on 181. If you haven't already, just that thumbs up icon. 230 people watching. Come on, why not? If you're enjoying the stream, just getting the replay of that Sanderson goal there. As much as he wasn't getting any pressure, he took his header very well, and celebration as well, wheeled away very passionately. They must be talking about Sanderson because we're just getting a few clips of him on here now. Jack Diamond looks he's coming on. Do you know you're pleased with that?
Yeah, but who for? But Chris Law has just said it was an Argentina flag, Dino, hence for AR. I'm sorry, mate. On mine, when you put AR, just says AR. So there's no flag come up on mine, unfortunately. But who's Diamond coming on for? Who do you think?
Well, that's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Got to be Jones, isn't it? It's got to be Jones.
What I was going to suggest Jones. You know, McGeady as well. You might come on for.
You're probably coming on for the Linesman.
Yeah, we have a replacement linesman. I think in this scenario, I believe it is the fourth official then steps in to become linesman, and the linesman takes the job as fourth official. Yeah, yes, and I think that is currently happening. So that's a kind of quiz question, isn't it? I guess which game against which team in the 2020-21 season did the linesman get replaced? I would normally hand over to commentating now, but I think there's going to be quite a lot of added time. So maybe should I just take it for another couple of minutes? Then whoever's got the last 15 doesn't end up having the last 25 or so.
Go for it, mate. Go until late if you want.
Makes more sense. It's McFadzean with the throw-in towards the box. It's headed away. It's only as far as Josh Scowen. Charlie Wyke has it now. Rochdale have the ball back. Aidan O'Brien has the ball now. Finds Aidan McGeady out on the left-hand side. McGeady up against McLaughlin. Gets it onto his left foot. Crosses it in. O'Brien couldn't quite get there. It's cleared away for a Sunderland throw-in. No substitution made as of yet. I think Diamond's back out there warming up. Johnson might just be deciding how he brings him on for, but there'll be plenty of added time, so maybe we're in no rush. McFadzean to take the throw-in again as he throws it back to McGeady. Back to McFadzean. Lob pass back to McGeady. Is he going to play back to McFadzean again? You never know. He comes inside under his right foot. Coro Bar with the challenge on McGeady there, but the referee, I think rightly, to be honest, has given a free kick to Sunderland, which Aidan McGeady very well might stand over. Jack Diamond to come on. Michael, would you be pleased with that?
Yeah, I think it would just give say Jordan Jones or Aidan McGeady or whoever it is that's coming off a bit of rest and keep Diamond's freshness, keep his fitness up a bit, especially in a game where it looks like if we manage it properly, the game is done. I stress if we manage it properly. So Diamond could be pretty much a pressure-free 20 minutes, I would say.
Yeah, when Rochdale end up beating us 3-2, mate, we'll just have to clip up that clip and send it everywhere on Twitter. But as Chris McGuire standing over this free kick, hits it now. Oh, it's just wide. Took that very quickly, made it look as if he was going to cross the ball, and I think really just about 25 yards from goal, maybe just slightly touch over towards the left-hand side. He made it look as if he was going to cross it in. He had Wyke, O'Brien, Scowen, Power, Sanderson, 09 all the way in for, but ended up taking it quickly and aiming for goal, really. We're going to get a replay that at slightly better angle. yeah, it didn't look as if it was ever really going to go in. It looks as if Jordan Jones is coming off, though. Yes, he is on for offer for Jack Diamond. Just very quickly, Dino, how would you assess Jordan Jones' performance today? Very well. He got the assist for our second goal.
Yeah, he got assists. He's very direct. I just like the fact he's got a bit of pace, because I feel like our team lacks a bit of pace. He gives you something different. He's been a bit quiet the second half, but he's set up a goal, so happy days. Played well. Back to you, Jack.
He's played his part there. Is McLaughlin trying to get the ball moving for Rochdale now? O'Brien intervenes there, and Sunderland have the ball back with Aidan McGeady. He's got McGuire inside. He's got Diamond towards his right. He aims for Jack Diamond, who he finds back to Chris McGuire out on the right-hand side. McGuire crosses it in, but look, only find McLaughlin, who flicks it on for a Sunderland corner. Dino, is there anything on the live chat?
Chris Slow says it must show on your screen. I'm guessing that means the flags. It didn't, mate. It just said AR. If there's no flags, what comes up on mine? David Watson, who would you sell in the summer? Well, that's a big question, isn't it?
Question for another day, isn't it?
Back to you, mate, for the corner.
Yeah, I think it's the last stage and play. Then we'll go to you, Dino, for the commentary for the rest of the game. Is Aidan McGeady, right arm up, sticks the corner in. It was met by Charlie White as it goes out for a goal kick. And the referee quickly stopping there, intervening as it appears someone's down. But anyway, we're going to hand back over to the main man himself. Dino, I'm handing the microphone over to you. Please enjoy your commentating for us until the full-time whistle. No
problem, anyway. Bazanu plays it out to O'Connell. O'Connell gives it to Paul McShane. I'm sure I've made a substitution where O'Connell's at centre-back now. I think they've took Ushu off. I'm not 100% sure, but Morley goes along to the right side of the pitch, but McFadden will clear it into the centre. It's a bit floppy, but it comes out to Charlie White on the centre circle. Gives it to McGuire, who knocks it down to Max Power now. Max Power just passing the halfway line on the right side. Gives a forward pass, but Paul McShane intercepts now. Rochdale on the attack, but Luke O'Neill intercepts that, but somehow Humphreys comes out of it, and then he's tackled by Scowen. Scowen will pass it back to McFadden. McFadden inside Luke O'Neill, just outside his own box, who gives it across to Dion Sanderson, just going along the back foot to Max Power. Max Power now, under pressure, gives it back to Sanderson. Sanderson will give it back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge is under pressure by Morley, I think. Gives it out to the left to McFadden, who's under pressure by Barr. He goes down the line, intercepted by McLaughlin. Good touch by McLaughlin. Goes past Charlie Wyke. Is he fouled? Yes, he is. He's fouled by Charlie Wyke, and it's a free kick to Rochdale on the right side on the halfway line. To the comments, Jack?
Yeah, Super Ross is Northampton 4-1 now. There we go. They've got a nickname for a club anyway now. Although I think they already are known as the Cobblers. I just want to quickly say 220 people watching, 196 likes. If you haven't already, please do like the stream. We'll get to 200 by the end of the stream. But back to you, Dino.
Yeah, Rochdale have the ball with O'Connell. O'Connell out to Ryan McLaughlin, who's on the right side now. McGeady standing up. He's played it inside to Humphreys. Humphreys tries to go past 09 with a nice little flick, and 09 reads it. And has he kept the ball in play? He has, and it's went for a throw-in instead of a corner. Well done by Luke 09 there. It was a nice touch there by Humphreys. He flicked it. He tried to flick it around 09, but 09 read it. It's a throw-in just on the corner flag there. And McLaughlin will take it. McLaughlin looking for options. I don't know where they're taking the throw-in from. The throw-in was where the corner flag is, and they've somehow got 5 yards up the pitch. I don't understand that, but Slow Nessie will take the throw-in here. I butchered his name, but that's what he's called. He's called Slow Nessie.
At least you know his name, unlike me.
Slow Nessie, long throw-in into the box. It's cleared by McFadden. McGuire will chase it down. Slowsney will get that back and give it back to McLaughlin, who goes out left to Keohan. Keohan now plays it back to O'Connell, who plays it back to Bazuno. Bazuno has the ball just outside his area. Knocks it forward to
goalkeeper with the best name in League One.
O'Connell. O'Connell goes along to the right side. It's brought down by Slassany, who goes down the line to Barr. Luke 09 will give chase. Barr now knocks it past 09, but 09 reads it very well, and McFadden gets between them and makes the tackle. And I think he's given a corner. He hasn't given a free kick to McFadden. He's given a corner to Rochdale. I will go to the live chat, but I think that we'll take this quickly. And Morley will take this. Morley, number 8 on the right side.
It's got a decent thing on Morley.
It's an outswinger. 82 minutes nearly gone here at the Stadium of Light. Morley puts his hand up and he knocks it from post. It's cleared there by Chris McGuire for another corner. Comments, Jack?
Yes, James Heavenan says, hello from the Bronx. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Indeed. There's just a little bit of a spat between we for the CONRAD Lee and, of course, Tony Lee on the live chat over the pronunciation, over how you meant to.
Corner whipped in. Back post headed away by, I believe that is Charlie Wyke. And I think he's given a free kick. I don't know what's been given here because everyone seems to be complaining, but it looks like it's for another corner. Sorry for interrupting you there, Jack. Back to the comments.
No, absolutely no problem. Anthony Tony Lee says, don't listen to the bedwetter, Conrad. Obviously in reference to Philly, but we've hit 203 likes. Thank you to everyone who has done it. Much appreciated. And we also had to hit 204 at the end of the stream.
Corner whipped in again. Headed away there by Scowen. Edge of the box. Cleared upfield. O'Brien will give chase with Conor McLaughlin. O'Brien, will he get there? He will get there. It's a 2-on-1. O'Brien plays out to the right of Chris McGuire. Chris McGuire now. Getting back the numbers. Chris McGuire goes towards the box, plays out to the right of McGeady. McGeady on the edge of the box, whips it back post, looking for the header of O'Brien, who will win the header, and Bonzu punches out, but only falls to O'Brien. O'Brien knocks out the edge of the box. Scowen now under pressure, knocks it back to McFadzean. McFadzean runs into the centre, but plays it back out to the left to Scowen. Scowen starts inside towards the box, knocks it across the field to Max Power now. Rochdale have got back now, so it looks like we're going to try and break them down. Max Power gives it back to Dion Sanson on the halfway line, who gives it in front of Scowen. Scowen turns on the ball. Under pressure by Morley. Gives it back to Dion Sanson on the halfway line, who knocks it back to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien plays the ball forward to Chris McGuire. Chris McGuire goes past Slausnesi, or whatever his name is. Scowen now. Scowen to the right to Max Power, who gives it back to Sanderson. Sanderson will give it all the way back to Lee Burge, and we will keep the ball. It's 84 minutes gone here. Lee Burge knocks it out to the right to Max Power, brings the ball down. Bad touch, but he does keep the ball and gives it to Dion Sanderson, who will go along down the right side. Charlie Wyke, nice touchdown, gives it to I think that is McGeady. McGeady now. Diamond on the touchline. Diamond will go down the right side of the box, whips it in, deflected. It's a corner kick. Michael, I'm going to come to you. What's your thoughts, mate? What are you thinking? If we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He'll join us some point next season, I'm sure.
There we go. That's a bit better.
Hey!
Seeing the game out now, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's just nothing. I think it's just we're pretty much just playing in set. We haven't even got out of first gear yet, but that's about the end of the game.
Oh, Michael, I think I've transferred my internet at the start of the stream to you because your connection is. Yeah, Michael's just gone. Michael's in another dimension, and his connection's so bad. Anyway, it's another corner to Sunderland. McGeady will ping this in, whips it into the back post or in the middle. Humphreys will get his head on it. McGuire is trying to bring it down. Is that Wyke? Wyke has knocked out for a goal kick, but has he hurt himself? No, he hasn't. Wyke will get up, and it's a goal kick to Rochdale. Comments, Jack?
Stephen Marshall, thank you for tuning in over in Glasgow, Scotland. All the best to you. Andrew Wades is Rhode Island representing. David Spencer, no illusions. We've got to win all games. Well, someone's thinks we need to win every single game then. Peter Taylor, it's been a pleasure listening to you guys. Congratulations on the result. Good luck for the rest of the season. Hope to see you go up. If you're a Rochdale fan, mate, I hope you turn things around and you manage to stay up the end of the season.
On the edge of the box, shot. Straight Lee Birch. Lee Birch spills it, but Lee Birch gets it. It was a good shot by Slausnesi, I think that was.
Yeah. Quickly go to the live chat one more time. Jack Ludlow says, Dino, can you smile? Dino, come on. For Jack Ludlow, can you give us a smile?
No, I don't smile for no reason. By the way, that was a mistake by McFadzean there. McFadzean, he went ahead of it and the ball bounced over him. Slausnesi brings the ball down on his chest and volleys it, and it was straight at Lee Birch, but Lee Birch fumbled it, but he did collect the second ball. But we have the ball in the centre with Scowen, and Scowen is fouled on the centre circle. Well, on the what's the thing that goes around the centre circle?
The centre circle, isn't it?
The centre circle, right. Centre circle. We played it quick, but the referee's not happy with how we took that. So we'll take it again. And they've made a substitution. Dunn has come on. Number 16, Dunn, for Ryan McLaughlin. So Ryan McLaughlin is off, and Matty Dunn is on.
And the brother of Connor has left the pitch.
Is it quite funny that Matty Dunn's come on when the game looks done?
Hey, Michael, lad. That your connection? It's done, isn't it?
We have a bit of Bowers' banter, don't we?
We do, don't we? But anyway, McGeady down the left side will whip it in. Bonzuno will punch the ball clear, only as far as Max Power. Max Power gets his head onto it, but I think he's given offside, the referee. The referee's given offside. Anyway, Michael, are you back with her? Is the connection with her now?
Well, I hope so. My phone's on less than 10% though, so just to warn you, if I go off again, my phone dies. But sod it. There's no point at this point. Actually, how many minutes of any time will it be?
It'll be a good 7. I reckon it'll be a good 9. There'll be a good 9, I believe. Anyway, McShane gives it out to Keohane, who locks the ball forward to Rhodes Humphreys, who wins the header. Luke O'Neill will win the second ball, but only as far. Actually, that is Keohane. Keohane's on the right back now. Slow Nessie will play it out to the left to, I don't even know who that is. I think that's Morley. Morley to O'Connell. O'Connell now, about 40 yards out. We'll give it out to the right to Keohane, who's switched to right back now. Keohane inside to Slow Nessie. Slow Nessie out to the left, but will McGuire get there? He won't, but he's given away to Jack Diamond. Diamond now, driving through the middle. He's only got White ahead of him. He's driving. He's using all his pace. It's 2v2. Diamond gives it out to Charlie White, but the pass is dreadful by Diamond in the south far corner. I mean, a goal kick. Was that a chance wasted there, Jack?
Yeah, I think we could have done a little bit more there. I think that's happened twice now in the past kind of 5 to 10 minutes where we went forward and we haven't quite made the most of something. It would have been nice to even just get a shot on target there. John Childs in the live chat says, who's your man of the match, lads? We'll be discussing that in a short little 10-minute, 15-minute review afterwards, which will be going up at some point tonight.
Anyway, Dion Sanson gives it into Josh Scowen just on the centre circle. Josh Scowen will give it forward to McGeady. McGeady now will drive towards the defence. He goes on the outside of McShane, gives out to the right of McGuire. McGuire has Diamond on the outside of him. Diamond, he will whip it in, but it's cleared by O'Connell. They will clear it out. Newby gives it out to the left to, I think that's Matty Dunn. Matty Dunn inside to Grant. Grant, who I think's being very ineffective, will give the ball all the way to Humphreys. Humphreys will bring it down. Luke O'Neill will be on his shoulder. Luke O'Neill does tackle him, but Humphreys still has the ball. Humphreys now plays the ball inside, and then it goes outside to Keohane on the right side of the box now. He's just on the right side. Whips the ball in at the back post. Clear by Dion Sanderson. Chris McGuire, is he fouled there? He is. Chris McGuire is fouled by Grant, and it's a free kick to Sunderland. Comments, Jack?
Yeah, the Mad Mackham says he's still running on dial-up, obviously in reference to Michael's internet yet. David Spencer says 8 minutes. I presume maybe meaning time added on. That would be another whopper of added time. But again, it wouldn't surprise us with the amount of stoppages we've had. Jack Ludlow says, that's it, Dino. We are through. If we win, Dino, and for Jack Ludlow, can we get a smile from you?
Nope, and there's 8 minutes left. So there's 8 minutes left of injury time.
Moving very swiftly on, I noticed there, from me asking you to smile.
Very quickly, mate. Anyway, Lee Birch plays the ball forward, looking for Diamond. McShane gets under it, but O'Connell will knock it back to Banzuno. Banzuno rolls it out to the right to O'Connell. O'Connell plays it to the left. I don't know who that is, I think that's Morley. Morley now runs with the ball forward, looks long for a bar. Lee Birch will get there, and he nearly ran the ball out of his box. But Lee Birch has the ball in his own half. It's nearly 91 minutes gone here at the Stadium of Light, and it's Sunderland 2, Rochdale 0. It's been a very drab second half, I believe. I think it's been a very boring second half.
Dull, I think, mate.
Yeah, very dull, but we only need a win. So Lee Birch goes long looking for Charlie White. Charlie White will get there, but Keohane throws him to the floor, and there's the referee has given a free kick to Charlie White. Charlie White done very well there. Michael, are you still with me? Are you still there? Is the connection still here?
Well, you. I'd hope so. Hopefully, I'll last for the next 7 minutes.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully.
He normally doesn't. He normally doesn't last any longer than 5. Quickly onto the live chat. Daniel Jenks says Dino shows
very
little emotion.
very funny, Jack.
He is the Ivan Landell of SAFC Fan TV.
I don't even know who that is, but anyway, we're back in play now.
He shows little emotion. It's very true.
Max, Dion Sanson goes along down the right side of the pitch. I think Diamond has given away a free kick there, which he has, which is taken quickly. Matty Dunn gives it inside to Paul McShane, who gives it to O'Connell. O'Connell now. running forward towards the halfway line. O'Connell will go long down the left side of the pitch, and it's went to absolute no one, and it's a fake goal kick to Lee Burge. I mean, Rochdale haven't really offered much. They've had the chances, granted, they have had the chances. They've had a good free kick. They've had a couple of chances, but I think this is why it shows where they are in the league with the chances they've had and they haven't finished them. What's your take on Rochdale, Jack?
They've been slightly better than I first anticipated, to be honest with you. I think they're centre midfielder number 8. I forgot his name off the top of my head now, but he's been Morley. Yeah, he seems to have a good ping on him. I thought their right winger Barr, as much as he hasn't really done much, he looks like a good prospect. He's very physical. He's very quick. He's very strong. But they haven't really challenged us much. As you see, they have had a few chances. In all fairness to them, but they haven't really done much. I think, to be honest with you, but they've shown more to them than I thought they would have done going into the game. I thought they were going to be a lot more of a pushover than they were, but in all fairness, they've showed some promising signs for themselves.
Anyway, Lee Burge just knocks a shit out for throw into Rochdale, which they've taken, but we have got the ball with McGeady on the left side of the pitch now. McGeady under pressure by Keohan. Keohan will tackle him, but somehow they've won a free kick, so it must have been a bad touch by McGeady. It looks like Dan Neil is coming on for McGeady. So Dan Neil is on for...
There you go, Terry. You'll be delighted.
Yes, if you go onto the Man Mistakes live stream now, which I wouldn't recommend you do, I would imagine they'll be very, very happy.
You'll be jumping around his room going, Dan Neil's on! Anyway, Matty Dunn now on the left side. Matty Dunn turns back and plays it in the middle to Morley. Morley switches the ball out to the right to Keohan. Keohan knocks it back to O'Connell. O'Connell will go long, looking for Humphreys, but it's headed by Josh Scowen. O'Brien will bring it down, and McFadden will knock it down the left side of the line. O'Connell, lovely little flick, but he's give the ball away to Dan Neil. No, that's Chris McGuire. Chris McGuire to Dan Neil on the left side of the pitch now. Dan Neil knocks it back to the halfway line to McFadden, who plays it to nobody and gives the ball away. But we've won the ball back with O'Brien. O'Brien now coming down the left side, gives it to Chris McGuire. Chris McGuire back to Callum McFadden, who knocks it in the middle to Dan Neil. Dan Neil plays it back to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien across to Dion Sanderson now. Sanderson looking for a pass to Power. Power under pressure by Barr, who knocks it, plays a 1-2 there. Lovely 1-2 with Scowen. And Power will cross the halfway line. Under pressure by Morley. Max Power still with the ball now, charging towards the box. He turns Matty Dunn, and he's looking for help. He gives it a Diamond. Diamond under pressure now. And he comes back and plays the ball back to Josh Scowen, who plays it inside to Dan Neil. Dan Neil back to the halfway line to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien out to the left to Callum McFadden, who's under pressure. Gives it down line to O'Brien, who plays it back to McFadden, who plays it all the way back to Luke O'Nien. Looks like we're just keeping possession here, just seeing the game out. Dion Sanderson. Out to the right to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen cuts inside and goes past two players and gives it to McGuire, under pressure by Grant, but gives it to Daniel, who gives it to McFadden on the left, who crosses the halfway line. He's got men in front of him, gives it to O'Brien on the touchline. O'Brien into McGuire, who gives it back to McFadden, who gives it inside to Dan Neil. Dan Neil looks for the Hollywood switch and gives it straight to Matty Dunn. Matty Dunn will give it inside to Morley. Morley plays the ball forward, and it's a lovely touch there by Newby. Newby out to Barr. Diamond closes him down. Ball goes to the byline, but Power intercepts it and knocks the ball down the right side. We have the ball with Charlie White. Charlie White in one half knocks it back to, I believe that's Josh Scowen, who plays it inside to, I don't know who that is. I think that's Josh Scowen. I can't really tell who these players are at the minute. We've made that many changes. But
Scowen like Dino?
He must have made. He's all over the place. Scowen gives it to Dion Sanderson, who gives that. See,
he's everywhere. Josh Scowen.
I think that's Daniel, who gives it forward to McGuire. McGuire with the run of Diamond on the overlap. Diamond on the right hand side. Hits it low, but Paul McShane reads it. And Slow Nessie is under pressure on the edge of his box by O'Brien. Gives it a Barr. Barr goes past Power, but Power brings him down. And it's a free kick to Rochdale. So the comments, Jack. It was a long period of play.
Our resident Birmingham City fan, Dean Wood, has joined in. Hi to you, Dean. Swan 269 says I'll take a boring win anytime. Yeah, completely agree. Tony Lee says I'll see it tomorrow night, lads. And the monkey, obviously in reference to Philly there. John Childs says good day at the office. We'd have taken a 2-0 before the game, and other results have been kind. Precisely, mate. It's been a good day for us, really. As Dave Watson says, did Dino smile when his dad fought Rocky?
Yeah, I did. I found that funny, to be fair. That was good, that.
Yeah. Apparently, Ivan Mandel is Andy Murray's coach as well.
Anyway, we're back in play now with Callum McFadden just over the halfway line. Callum McFadden will go long looking for Charlie Wyke. Is the referee give a free kick? No, he hasn't. They have the ball now in the middle with Slow Nessie. Slow Nessie and hashtag Danny comes up on the screen. Slow Nessie plays it back to O'Connell, who plays it to the left to Morley. Morley goes long down to the right. Humphreys heads it down towards Keohan, who knocks it down the line to, I don't know who that is. I believe that is Newby. Newby now keeping the ball. Luke O'Nien on his shoulder, and Luke O'Nien has forced him out for throw in. Throw in to Rochdale, and it's almost time here at Stadium of Light. It's 98 minutes gone. It's been very comfortable for Sunderland, to be fair. Rochdale with Newby. Newby tries to flick it between McGuire's legs. McGuire stops it, and McGuire will go down. It's a free kick, and it will be a yellow card to Newby. I think that was a stamp on his foot. He acknowledged it. McGuire is down, and it's a free kick to Sunderland. And I think that's game, lads. I really do believe that's game.
Well, then, if it has been a great result, really, we'll wait for the referee to blow his whistle and everything to go over. But I do believe that'll be the match finish there. Very quickly in the live chat, Steve Conniston says he believes we could actually go as champions now. Well, that would be some achievement, really, considering where we were at one point in the season. The Mad Mac was in Spain, and we've won 2-0 apparently. David Spencer says we should be beating these teams by a bigger margin. Yeah, I know what you mean, David, but to be honest with you, I'm just happy for the result. To be honest, Dino, back to you. We're back in play actually.
It's game over. Full-time whistle.
Referee blows his full-time whistle. I think successful day at the office sums that up. Thank you to every single person who has tuned in, of course, as always. 220 people watching now. If you haven't already, why not leave a like on the stream if you haven't? We would much appreciate it. But 214 likes at this point, a massive, really appreciate it. Obviously, everyone who has liked the stream. We always try to get a 200 before the end of the stream, and we've managed to do that. Well, lads, we'll get into this in more depth, of course, in our little review afterwards. I'm not sure if Michael's joining us or if he'd be going to have to do his own one, but regardless, we'll be joining us.
I'm buggering off and leaving you. I'm doing my own channel stuff.
Get it. I'm only joking, Michael, of course, with massive shame. But yes, we'll be talking through the game, talking through the key moments and things like that, talking about, giving our thoughts on the game. And make sure to join us for that if you want. Subscribe and you won't miss it, of course, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel. But I think that's it, lads. And for myself, Jack Dodds, from Dino Welgar and from Michael Bowers, thank you to every single person who has tuned in. Make sure to tune in our review, as well as on the Sunday Brunch tomorrow. But yes, bye-bye. Thank you, everyone, for watching.